And I think we're all set to jump into Valkyrie Saga. So again, we got a review key for this one through Press Engine. Thank you to them for giving us the hookup there. And this game just came out on Monday. So brand freaking new. It's had a couple of patches since the initial launch. There is a demo for this game that I have not played. So we're jumping in completely dry. All dry, no lube, grab a pillow. It's gonna get weird. Why do I do this? Why do I always make it weird? It's always me making it weird. So it says, I don't know what it says. Rise, roll. Oh, is roll our name? Like the what is it? Mega Man's sister, I guess, because he's Rockman, so she's roll, rock and roll, her. Yeah, it's probably not actually what we are, but I'm just thinking like, what an odd name for a character. An artifact at the top of the tower, Tear of the Goddess. Strongest soldier. Well, you butter me up like this. Why do you build me up, Buttercup, just to let me down? Push me around. Oh, okay, well, I don't want that. There we go. It's not over yet. Well, that's a relief. I didn't think that it would be. Dogs are bugging you. Thank you, GameFox, for that raid. Seriously, very generous of you. You could raid any old homie, and you raid my ass, and my ass appreciates it. My ass is always open for you. Do I need to rephrase that? Nah, it's fine. I think we got it. No, I think we got it. Yeah, look at this. Isn't this, like, quaint and cool and retro-inspired? I mean, these textures, that might be doing a little something to this game, to the stream's bitrate, but, like, I love this kind of thing. I love this shit, man. We are in the docks. We're docking. That's right. Pull down your pants. We're docking. That's right. So, got attacky. We got B, interact. A to jump. Once you have a crystal, you can double jump. Hold A to glide. Cool. So I do not have double jump, but we do have the glide option. Cool. Dax is a slow fall. Can we attack in the air? Not yet. Oh! Oh, it's just the camera. I thought I did something. I thought it was something. Did something naughty. Dude, I love this kind of thing. And I'm gonna apologize ahead of time. I'm gonna gush a lot about this presentation. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's like a run button, I think. Yeah. Well, it's a glide on the air button. But yes, run basically. I'm gonna guess there's probably a block or a parry eventually. But I'm gonna be gushing a lot about just how retro and like how old school this feels. It plays so well to my very selfish interest, because again, this is the kind of shit I devoured as a kid. Again, you know, playing the obvious examples for me, of course, are Mario 64. Everybody loves Mario 64, myself included. Banjo-Kazooie, that game, those two games are like the cream of the crop when it came to 3D platformers. But I don't know, I had a soft spot for Chameleon Twist. I had a soft spot for Bomberman 64, because those games, you know, they swung for the fences. They didn't always land, but they were doing something weird and experimental. And I'm gonna guess you're nice. Are you nice? Yes, you're nice. Okay, cool. And whenever I see something that, yeah, it doesn't have that, like, Mario 64 polish, that Banjo-Kazooie sheen, but it's got that, like, god damn it, they're trying. Like, they wanted to make this happen. Is it a little bit crusty? Is it a little bit weird to control? Maybe, but I don't know. There's something about, like, low poly 3D worlds that just, they make my brain do the happy. It makes it do, like, the happy fuzzies. So our name is Roll, sure enough. I don't know if that means the developer's just a big fan of Mega Man. I'm not complaining. You need more crystals. Need one more, right, because you need the double jump. Sounds good. Oh, they just give me one. Oh, I thought they said, here's a crystal. There's one here at the docks. Flexibility. What's that word? The cherubim. So like little baby angel weirdos. Use that spear of yours. Yeah, probably these little fellers. These little duders. Oh my gosh, it's like there's a Kirby 64 enemy that looks like very similar to this. Bop. Oh yeah, so there's no lock on. Yeah, so the combat's a little bit scrunchy. There's some clunk. I'm gonna guess that would be health. Oh, and I just noticed the UI. Oh, the UI makes me so happy. It's MS Paint. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe it's not MS Paint, but it looks like, I mean, can I say it? It looks like MS Paint. And you know, I'm the MS Paint guy. I love MS Paint. This is not to shit on it at all. No, there's a certain kind of person that looks at the low resolution for the textures, looks at the UI, notices, yeah, there's no lock on. Actually, maybe there is a lock on. Maybe I just haven't found it yet, or like haven't unlocked it, or maybe there's like more buttons to try out in combat, but there's a certain kind of person that kind of looks down upon this kind of thing, but it's like such a warm, cozy blanket of a nostalgia vibe. I love it. I embrace the indie spirit here. So I grabbed the little crystal. I can do more movements before resting. Before resting, you say? So does that mean I have the double jump? It means I have the double jump. Oh, and you can see the top left. In the top left here, let me. I just noticed my webcam is maybe out a little bit more than I usually would have it. But yeah, you can see further back, but you can see, whoops, that in the top left, yeah, there's like a little, again, Kirby 64 and the crystal shards. There's a crystal shard in the top left, and whenever I double jump, it goes away. So if I were to get a second one, maybe I can do a triple jump. Oh, baby, a triple. First, we got the glide still. Got that guy. Yeah, so I want to definitely experiment with. Oh man, you go fast. Wow. Oh wow, wait. It's a little bit. That's a little bit weird where you can't really like. Can't turn very well. Which I guess makes sense. I guess they didn't want to turn it into like a drifting kind of experience. Because yeah, you kind of drift a little bit when you start turning, and you bounce off walls. It's like very bouncy, so it's a little bit weird. It's probably more meant as a sprint versus a like full replacement for just moving fast. Yeah, I want to see if there's like a lock-on option. Thing real quick. Oh, you can ledge grab, very nice. Right, so I got one Sega Saturn. There's we got some other things to check out over here. I'm glad that they gave us some kind of move fast option, like move fast while on the ground, because the walking is kind of slow, and these are pretty big platforms. Attacking the ground in the air to reposition. Attacking a wall mid-air will reset your jump. Oh. It was off, he says. Distressing feeling. Okay, top of the tower. That's where we're going. Need some power, alright? Bro, Root, I just got here. Need some crystals to ascend. So, alright, so they said you can attack in midair. Okay, yes, I can. I think you can't... Oh, there it is. You can either double jump, or you can attack in midair. Or jump and attack, that is. And they said attacking a wall... Oh, that's sick as hell. That's cool as hell, bro. Yeah, you can, like, jam the spear in the wall. Now, you can't chain it together. You can't go a bop and then another one, because it still uses up that attack in air, still uses up your crystal. That's really slick, though. That's really cool. I like that a lot. What a unique idea. Very fun. That's weird, too. Like, when you start the sprint, sometimes, like... It's like inconsistent. Sometimes yeah, like right there I was holding up and she started to sprint downwards. So there's a little bit of like wobbliness. Yeah, actually maybe could it be my controller? I guess it could be my controller. Because yeah, there's times where I'll like press, yeah, I'm pressing left right there and it curves back. I wonder why that is. It could be my controller. Yeah, I'm doing it there as well. If I press right and I try the sprint. Yeah, so it's like there's some weirdness about the sprinting that doesn't behave like I would expect it to. Can't break these things, but I can stab into them. That's quite the name. Xanthan? No, it's Shathanthon, I said. Or Shathana. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna say it wrong and summon a demon. But yeah, can embed your spear into the wall. Can vault upwards. Pretty handy. Like there's still like sound effects are maybe a little bit loud. when they talk, it's like just a little bit louder than I expected to. Oop. I think I should be using just the ledge grab instead. There we go. There. Whoop bam. The fact that you can only attack with a dash is a little weird. I would almost kind of like some kind of attack that didn't just always lunge you forward. It's cool. I'm glad it's there, but I would almost like maybe one other attack option. Of course, you can also do the same attack in the air. Also, yeah, the camera sometimes like will very like it'll like kind of jump out in front of you sometimes. So, you know, that is of course a familiar critique on a lot of 3D platformers from back in the day. You know, video games had a hard time getting camera controls down in the 3D era, and it's still kind of hard to do, I think, right? Even for, you know, even for like newer games, especially for small development teams. I think it's still kind of tricky to do sometimes. But at least you have like full control with the second analog stick. That part at least is nice. Ended up here. I do need to keep an eye out for those extra little orbs. I don't know what the orbs do, but they eventually give us, like, they're eventually good for secrets. Eventually, if we get enough orbs, we'll unlock secrets. I don't know what the secrets are. Maybe they're cheat codes. Maybe it's like, I don't know, cosmetics, costumes. It's hard to say, but I am curious. Wonder if there's one on the ship we rode in on the horse we rode in on. What's this? Let's talk to Lamp. No. Is it a lamp? No, it's a, well, kind of. Also, I took a computer graphics course in college, and this effect right here in that torch, we did something almost exactly like this to like kind of make a like a torch, like a burning campfire torch effect. Instead of like just one like texture that's kind of emanating in that pattern, it was like you would use one texture with a couple different shaders on it, and of course you'd make it like fade slowly as it goes up versus having it just dissipate. But otherwise, like, it's like, oh man, that's a throwback. That's a throwback right there, man. And oh my gosh, speaking of what's up, it's my buddy Matt over on YouTube, who knows the exact class that I took and knew the exact professor that taught that class. Because yes, of course, when it came to being at the college that we attended and the era that we attended it, computer graphics had to have been taught by Dr. White, because he was the computer graphics guy. Of course, I know he's since passed away, but yeah, he was the guy. What's up, Matt? I don't know if you've heard of this game before, Matt, but as a fellow low poly, like early PS1 and 64 inspired platformer enjoyer, this might be something you would enjoy as well. In Lumerian's Glide, we sure can. Check that shit out. It's pretty sick. Show me, please. Maybe we can get to that wooden platform. Pretty please. Well, since you asked nicely, I'm not one to show off. Just kidding. Yes, I am. Fuck you. But of course, because I double jumped, I can't also attack. So we can attack in midair, or we can do the double jump. We can't do both. But yeah, it's some good stuff, man. Yeah, I want to check the game out. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It just came out on Monday, I think, so it's still pretty fresh. Still pretty funky fresh. And yeah, recognizing, yeah, I guess the word is the emitter. I know I haven't done anything with computer graphics in a long time, but some of those things, some of those assignments did stick with me for sure. Hold the prayer button to pray. Tapping it will use spells if you have some. Now, what is pray tell the prayer button? Guessing something will tell us. So I can speak to it? Okay. Okay, will do. One time at band camp. No, that's not a prayer, Alex. Oh, it's to save the game. Cool. You can do that. Oh, shit. In front of a lot of things. There's A to restore. I don't know what that does. Oh, maybe like if one of these things was burnt out, maybe you could restore it. Maybe that's what that means. Oh, maybe that means... Oh, hold on. I'm pressing the wrong button. I wonder. Oh, it respawns you if you get stuck. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. There's some schmovement. There absolutely is some schmovement. The coolest thing is this right here. Bop. You can stab into the side of the wall, which is pretty slick. And of course you get the glide. You can also go fast. There's like a fast like ground glide that builds up speed real quick. You start to fucking cook. I realize this might be doing some strange things to the bitrate, so apologies if the stream is turning into clown vomit right now. But yeah, it's something else for sure. This has one of those where in the top left there's a little crystal, like kind of reminiscent of Kirby 64 and the crystal shards. If you double jump, it uses the crystal, or if you attack in midair, it uses the crystal. Presumably we can get more of them, but yeah, that kind of thing is one of, I think, the key features. Pseudo Regalia, another one I've been recommended. Yeah, I've heard Pseudo Regalia is very, very good. Yeah, the clown vomit with my eyes, man. Yeah. Because the schmovement, man, especially in an area with this large of a world, you kind of need something to make you cook and go real fast. Because, yeah, the idea of going around this with just the base move speed would take forever. This island is quite... Thank you, Baroff, for confirming what I was thinking. It is indeed quite big. But Lake Villasvena, Villavezna, all right. Corrupted by mysterious miasma. Miasma, but I hardly even know her. A great Valkyrie must restore its purity. So go talk to... Man, these fucking names, man. Holy moly. Nacho. Talk to Nacho, man. You got it. New crystal, wouldn't that be nice? It would be nice. I would love more jumps and other cool abilities. Got some nice flowers. There's a fella up there. I see a big purple lake. I mean, that's all well and good. I kind of want to explore around and be a fucking weirdo. But I realize, there's, the task at hand, of course. Also, I cannot but wonder, you see random floating platforms, you think, okay, well, eventually, I'll want to go back, right? Also, it caught my eye. There's like a thing. See how there's like a thing on the top of the ship we rode in on? It's like a key or something? I should try it. Think I should try it? What's the worst that could happen? Whoop. And what's it gonna be? Oh, maybe it's nothing. Oh, maybe it's like steam. I thought it was like a key. I got all excited. Okay, well, that's okay. I can interact with something. What am I interacting with? Found an upgrade. All right, I never mind. I'm a genius. I never doubted myself in this slot. Oh, why am I sinking through the floor a little bit? You max glide speed. Cool. I never doubted myself. I was so confident. Yeah, it looked like a key from a distance, but there we go. It was weird. Like, the little interact pop-up only really popped up as I was moving into it. If you sat still, it wouldn't really go. That part was a little bit strange. So there's like some wobbliness to like the collisions, as you can kind of expect, obviously. There's also a thing down there. We've yet to find a way to break these boxes. Don't know how to break that stiff. So went ahead and snagged it, man. Yeah. No, of course, Matt. Thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate you stopping in. Have a great night, my man. I know it is getting kind of late, especially for those that are more, more responsible with their sleep schedule. But thank you very much for popping in, man. It's good to see you. Fucking shop from our old college days, man. Says I'm stuck here for a while, man. But we can teleport to our most recent spot. That's right. I can say restore, or I can do this. Check that shit out. Bing. It's pretty slick. There was that moment where you saw us kind of just standing there for a moment. It was loading in, so it takes a second to load in sometimes. So now, there of course is a lake, and I should probably just stick with the task at hand and not get distracted. It's even like some texture warbling. PS1 era texture warbling. Oh, be still my beating heart. Is this a bad guy or something? Like, is it a thing? No, it's just a place in ruin. Okay, I was thinking maybe it was gonna come to life and try to stomp on my face. Shrine was beautiful a long time ago, but the world has been fragmented. No. Can I play here? Pray here? Will something nice happen? Nothing in particular. Of course, it's not lost to me. There is indeed a thing. So if I do one of these, then kapam. Oh shit. Grab the ledge. Yeah. Oh, almost, almost. Maybe I should do the other way. Wow. Yep. Oh, I thought it was cooking. Thought it was cooking. Turns out I was just good looking. Grab the ledge. Thank goodness for the ledge grab. Thank goodness. Alright, so 1 for the money, 2 for the show. Hup. Hup. There we go. And we got it. Now, once again, the question is, what do you do with these damn things? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but we'll find out when the time comes. I mean, presumably something cool will happen when you get 10 of them at least. Yeah, the kind of sandboxy nature of this area is pretty impressive, honestly. Right here, that'll establish this as... Oh, never mind, it's something else. I thought maybe it's going to make it a save point. Opened up a thing in a wall somewhere. Now, was it on the other side, or was it... See, I think it was like further away, not on this like area in particular. Yeah, it was something further out. And further out. Is it down here, maybe? No, I don't think so. That's a very steep drop. Oh, it's at first I was gonna say, oh, there's a waterfall down there. No, that's just a gap of death. So if I were to jump down there, I would need to be sure I have a way to get back. And of course, we do have the teleport option. But I don't know if I want to play that just yet. Play that card. I definitely don't have the juice to make it up this thing. There may or may not be something up there. Hard to say. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, so that's one thing. Yeah, that's going to keep bugging me, that if you're holding left or right when you start that dash, it will do some strange stuff to you. If you're dashing forward or backwards, it's fine. But yeah, the second you do, like, left or right, it, like, starts in the opposite direction. It's very weird. It's like it kind of forces you to go in circles. Very strange. Floating platforms. Let's just circle back. Circle back and go to that corrupted lake. Sounds like that is the most likely thing that we can properly deal with right now. However, I see some potentially very breakable vases. My Legend of Zelda senses kicking right in. New music. Oh, and some baddies. Damage there. So if I kill, do I get health back? Yes, we did. Got one new orb, and got the thrill of getting to break a couple things, which is fun. Got to kill a baddie, which is nice too. Yeah, that's where the guy I think first directed us this way. So we're in the right neck of the woods. He told us to talk to the fellow that has the word nacho in his name. That's you, probably? No, this is Belbel. The Demi War. That's right, that's me, I suppose. How can I get to the summit? I've got a trinket. Oh, is that what he's holding in his hands right there? Need a favor, though. Small tower across the lake. There's a light up there. Bring the lights to me, please. You got it, homie. And I guess this thing in his hands is a helpful trinket of sorts. I saw these little huts can be entered. Some of them might have something fun in them, maybe? Or a friend? Oh, I got excited. I thought his name was Badonk. I thought it was going to have that a donk on him. There's a miasma below the water, right. No, I'm sure it's nothing to be worried about. I'm sure the miasma is totally fine. Nothing to worry about. Asa class. Okay, Asa class. Welcome, Valkyrie. Cool little settlement. It's been years since the Valkyries come through. Here to recover an artifact or something. That's, I think, our main goal. More or less. There's a thing up top. Ooh. Little bonus fellow. Love that. If I had any requests from the developer, the first thing I would want the developer to consider looking at, if they haven't already, is when I press left on the analog stick and try dashing. It's like you can only, it's like there's times where I think to myself, I just want to dash this way. And I can't. It's like I can only dash forward or backwards. I can't just dash to the side. If I try dashing to the side, it's like I start doing this weird circling thing. What I like to do is just like, and maybe what I should do is like face the direction and then ease off the control stick. Like that definitely is better. Yeah, just don't even press the control stick. But yeah, even there, because the camera's facing this way. Oh yeah, see now it's like throwing me in kind of very random directions. So yeah, that part's weird. It's great if you only want to dash forward or backwards, but there are times where it's like, yeah, I kind of want to start dashing to a left or right, or maybe to like a, you know, a slight angle. It gets goofed up really 100% of the time, which is unfortunate. It's, in the grand scheme of things, a not too much of a nitpick. It's a reminder to me to not overuse the that like dash mechanic, which is a shame because the dash mechanic feels really good. It's like very fast and very satisfying to use. But yeah, I feel like there's kind of that's kind of like a speed bump to prevent me from enjoying it too much, because otherwise I'm like on a narrow platform and I try to go fast out of habit. I could see how that could potentially get me into trouble. Can make that jump, yeah. Not quite. So we need more juice before I can make that one happen. I can't help it, man. There's so many cool things that I want to explore in this game. Even though I have a couple of nitpicks with the controls, just kind of the grand scheme of things, there's no denying this. There's some serious charm here, and I'm very much impressed. Been years. You guys love crystals, right? Like the goddess energy being crystallized or something. Ask the chief where to find some. And this puddle we call a lake, it's all corrupted and gross. Please fix it. Also, the other guy needs a hand. Yes, I will do that in a moment. I'm doing very official business. I'm definitely not getting distracted by anything. No, sir. I never get distracted in video games by side tasks and things to explore. That's never happened to me ever in the whole wide world. No, sir. No way, Jose. Not in the slightest. Getting distracted in a video game. I would never. Can I pray on this one? Uh-oh. It's like if I'm too close to something, it gets stuck. I gotta back up a little bit. Back that thing up. Huh, that's weird. Whatever reason, it's like... Okay, there we go, yeah. Maybe I was just too close. Talk to, the star of My Little Mermaid, Oriel. Do me a favor, please. Here and let you decide. There are some flowers growing. Please grab some flowers. There's a large barn along the shore. There's a darker one. Keep my eyes peeled for a fancy flower. Now let's see. I'm also trying to keep an eye out for that one wall we opened up previously. Nice house you got here. Or is this a house or maybe a library? Like a museum, maybe? Lake's all purple. Island's already pretty unstable, he says. Then here's Jesol. Available, right, yes. He's definitely got something that we need, no question. Is this the Nacho person? That's the Nacho person. Hello, buddy. To our town. It's a pleasure to have you here. I know you're the head honcho because you're the biggest denizen we've talked to yet. On the lower rung after the cataclysm, he says. An old fishing village. It's a bad time, though. Need more crystals. Cleanse the lake to get the one underneath the water. Wash around on top of the building. They're called constructs. These denizens, which we've been interacting. It seems like the prayer mechanic usually has usually there'll be something to say, like, oh, you want to pray in front of this. There'll be some kind of prompt to kind of nudge you for it. I mean, maybe it's still worth trying to pray in front of random things every so often, but it seems like there's a thing that will kind of nudge you when it's a good idea to do so. You're all red. Gilgamesh. The red look lost. Talk to the fella. He's got something nice for Valkyries. Keep an eye out for a doll, please. Justiciar statues. Something worthwhile for you. Then he says, meh. All right, so this water is not death water. Maybe I shouldn't have just jumped into it so gleefully. Let's keep an eye out for some cool flowers. There's a particular shiny one, or like one that's like a little bit darker than the rest, he said. There's, of course, main tasks and primary things to watch out for, but also some side tasks and exploration to be done, which I really appreciate. The openness, dare I say, the open worldiness, the sandboxiness of this world is actually like very attractive. It's like very, very fun and very charming. What I do kind of want to do, go over this way. There's something inside of her. A couple things, including a sword. Am I gonna rest at the bonfire? Maybe you can rest here a bit. You earned it. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna guess it's just a very obvious Dark Souls reference. Break those things, but I can break that. 6 of these things now. Now, what if I were to pray in front of it? Would that do something for me? No, but I'm just gonna guess it's just a fun little thing for funsies. Little Dark Souls kind of deal. I mean, maybe not just Dark Souls, but I see sword in the fire. That's where my brain goes. Let's focus our attention a little bit more at this area. First and foremost, we want to make sure we check out the tower that's in the lake. I think that's what he was saying. Something I do want to get on top of there, and I might be able to do a little something right now, but I feel like I would need maybe just a little bit more platforming ability first. Best I can do is this. I'd be able to make that. But from here, yeah, it's like I'd need a little bit more height. Oop, oop. It's like that. I would need like one more jump, one more crystal use basically to be able to make it there. So, the other guy said to keep an eye out for. Oh, I just thought this was a random cube. No, it's for the fishing net. Keep an eye out around along the shoreline for a darker flower that one guy would like to use. There's the windmill, and I see a few towers on the other side of the lake. Maybe that's something. Keep an eye out for. And things to explore, even. Here's, Plowman. Crystallization of despair, he says. This lake is terrible. It's in terrible shape, rather. Miasmatic properties of the water is just the beginning. Lead to more corruption. Bad guy down here, a couple of them. Seems like attacking the bad guys doesn't really do much for you. They drop health. But of course, if I don't need the health, I probably shouldn't just be killing them willy-nilly, because, you know, what if I fall in the lake by accident and I take damage? Well, I would need to kill the bad guys to be able to restore myself. Just barely make it. How can I make it to this part? Not on my own. I would need some other kind of nudge, and maybe this is that nudge. Oh, not quite there though. What about this? Hup. Oh, not quite. Oh, shit. I'm gonna try one more thing. And then I'm going to return to this later. Got an idea. And it might be a bit of a sequence break. We're talking about schmoove earlier. This might be a schmoove to try. Oh. I am curious, but I don't suffer the delusion thinking that I'm not suffering the delulu, as they say. Thinking that this is going to be flawless. Hup, there we go. head on the side. There we go. Oh, yes, got the ledge. But is that enough? I mean, I'm here. Here we go. Here we go. Hup, hup. I'm still coming up short. Yep. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. All right. Well, worth a shot. But that platform right there. Should I go for it here? The trajectory is not in my favor. No, it's not in my favor, unfortunately. Looking out for a dark flower that is interactable in some way. Oh, these new projectile, new bad guys? Yeah, and I don't think I can reach them, unfortunately, so I'll just have to steer clear of them for now. Little cozy house they got here. Extra orb, don't mind if I do. I do love a good, like, low poly house features. Like a sink and an oven. Oh, please, if there's a low poly toilet, I'm gonna be so excited. Bed, there's a dresser, like all kinds of stuff. I love this kind of thing, man. And I love how the dimensions don't really make a whole lot of sense because it's so huge. There's so much open space. I love how this is almost the exact same texture as the wall. Dude, I love it, man. This reminds me of, like, the kind of custom maps you would see in Counter-Strike 1.6 back in the day. Boundless creativity on the people that... Oh, is this what I'm looking for? Boundless creativity from the folks that made those maps back in the day. And, of course, the tools... The sophistication of the tools that were used to make those kinds of old school maps were not as demanding as, like, modern day source engines. So, you know, it was a simpler time at a lower barrier to entry. So we found some rivers. Cool. Cool. I mean, the thing did not look like flowers. It was just kind of a blob, but still, it's good enough. In there. Gonna guess that music change meant I was too close to a bad guy, and it was like battle music. But it was pretty chill. I think I just need to get to the other side of the water. I think that'll be the key. Key to victory. Fellas up top here. Got that house on stilts. It's like the places in Florida that have, like, their houses on stilts to, you know, to avoid the situations of flooding or hurricanes. Swept away. Now the problem, of course, is that, you know, the house on stilts, it's a fine idea, but sometimes the stilts aren't enough. Sometimes you can't make it high enough because sometimes it just... when those kinds of areas flood, sometimes it's still, like, that bad. Even if you have, like, an extra 3, an extra 6 feet, sometimes it's still not enough, but it's still in the danger zone. Enough juice to make it up there. And yeah, also one we'll have to come back to later. We are starting to kind of make the rounds here. Oh, I heard the battle music. I'm assuming that's what I'm hearing. Any fellas? Any fellas? What's up, Jet? Yo, what's up, buddy? This absolutely would be a Jet game. We were just talking about Pseudo Regalia. Another one of my college buddies popped in a little bit earlier. We were talking about Pseudo Regalia and other, like, 3D kind of low poly kinds of games. This absolutely will be something that I think you'd be into, Jet. It just came out on Monday. Valkyrie Saga is what it's called. I got a review key for this one through Press Engine. And it's got that, like, kind of old school PS1, N64, kind of 3D platformer vibe. And some of the jank, too. You get one attack, and it's like it always dashes you forward, and there's no lock-on. There's no enemy lock-on, so you just gotta, like, position yourself right. And the options menu is a little bit borked in some ways. And, like, the movement's a little bit jank, but, like, I don't know, man. I kind of love the jank. It kind of makes it that much more hearty, man. Like, there was definitely heart put into this. I think it's if it's not one developer, it's at least a small development team for sure. And clearly they're swinging for the fence. It's like, you know, clearly it's ambitious. The world is enormous, and there's so many collectibles and side quests to embark upon, and, like, little secrets. It's very cool, and it's probably not for everybody, but for people our age, Jet, this is the kind of thing that old nerds like us eat up, man. Us graybeards, I love this shit, man. It's really cool. I'm really enjoying it. I'm looking to see if there's like interactions with the prayer feature. I'm gonna guess I need to like light a fire. Oh, that's the other thing, Jet. Check this shit out, right? So when you start, you don't have one of these, but very early on, oh, fucking earthquake or some shit. What the hell? I'm not sure why the camera's jittering. So very early on in the game, you get your first crystal. In the top left, you see the little crystal thing. So that gives us a double jump or an air attack. So if I double jump or do the air attack, the crystal goes away. If I get another crystal, we of course get more jumps, which is cool. However, check this shit out. So of course we got the glide. Of course you can go fast, but check this shit out. Oh, there we go. Yeah. But bam. So you do the air attack into the wall. You jam your spear in the wall. You do more jumpies. Now you can't like chain them together because it still uses the crystal use, but still. Like that's a really slick feature. I'm really impressed by like the jumping to the side. So yeah, I'm in the same boat, Jet. It's one of those things where like when I saw the screenshots and I watched the trailer, I was like, damn, this is my shit. Is it everyone's shit? Like, you know, do I recommend everybody to play this? Probably not. But for people like us, Jet, abso-goddamn-lutely, this is a cool one, man. I pray here so we can get our save. And what's nice is that if you get yourself in a stuck situation, just activate pray and then hit restore, and then you teleport right back. Teleport right back to your last save point. It's pretty slick. Ooh, do I have the juice? Do I have the juice to make that jump? The only annoying thing I have so far, the only real nitpick I have, is that when you do the dash, you can like dash forward, you can dash backward. It works really well. But if you try to go left or right at all, it does this weird like circle thing. It's like it doesn't really want you to dash to the left or to the right. Even if I like angle myself that way and press dash, sometimes it goes. Actually, it's being nice now, because earlier it would like kind of point me in a random direction. It's being nice now. Yeah, it's like it's still a little bit jank, but it's being better behaved now. Maybe it like because I'm on a slanted surface, I don't know. But anyway, the dash is a little bit weird. Can I make it? Oh, double jump. Am I gonna make it? Ow! Yeah, barely. By the skin of my penis, we made it, and we found Sirin. How's it going, bud? You guys can teleport if you get stuck. I thought maybe there'd be like a secret here or something, bro. Not tell me about secrets or about teleporting. Wish I could teleport. I've been stuck for a while now, bro. I thought maybe there'd be something cool here. Well, that's the thing. Getting into a place like this, normally I would be concerned in any other game, but the teleport feature is pretty slick. It's pretty slick. So I think the quest that we are seeking, or the quest item we're seeking, is going to be up here. The lights. Oh, maybe it's this tower. Oh, yeah. Also, the camera gets a little weird if you if you get close to something or the camera moves up too high. It does get a little bit scrunchy sometimes. So I'll check those two structures out in a moment. I think what I will indeed do now that I've done the full lap. Oh, this one's closed off. Okay. Who's the guy that wanted the flowers? I don't suppose it's like a quest log. Kind of nice too. It tells you there's the glide, shoulders glide, right trigger is run. Or you can just do the double jump. Yeah, that works too. Slam when you unlock it. Cool. So eventually we'll get a ground pound attack. That sounds nice. We'll see if there's anything else new. I'm gonna talk to these guys real quick. I think it might have been this fella by the water. No, he's the one that wants. What did you want exactly? Look lost. For a doll, okay. Lads. Need some flowers, yes. I have them right here. Thank you. A noble service, the statue next to me is activated now. Now, we'll open up this thing. I just blink whatever that is on top. I'm just another one of the orbs. Okay. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Dilly-dallied enough as it is. I can't go into the windmill. I was sneaky. I was really sneaky. If I was really tricky, I could maybe get up upon. You know. And maybe I should try that. But I don't know if I have the jump juice. I don't know if I've got the juice to make that happen yet. Yeah, it's like I need a little bit more. I need a little bit more jumping energy, jumping or platforming ability before I can pull off any cool shenanigans like that. Okay, so back to the main task, because I never get distracted in games like this. This tower I really can't do much with on its own. I do see that platform on the wall. I think that's the thing we opened up earlier. Nice, that kind of shape on the side of the wall. So this is probably the main focus. Ledge grab does have a little bit of oddness, a little bit imprecision to it. Sometimes the ledge grab. Well, I guess it's more with like, it's not a like a very flat surface basically. It's not like a flat surface you're flying into. The ledge grab is like a little bit weird. But it just means I gotta get good. I gotta hone in all my time playing, you know, weird, less than perfect, less than ideal 3D platformers from back in the day that didn't always have the most reliable jumping mechanics. This one's working. This one's working. The orb in there for sure. Unless that's not an orb, unless that's like the fancy thing that guy needs. But it looks like one of the orbs. Not the one that you ponder upon. That's something else. That's a different kind of orb. At first... Oh, it is moving. Okay, cool. I was gonna say, it looks like it's moving. Jump onto that one. Yeah, it doesn't go high enough for anything else. Hoping... have enough... make it happen. I see that. I'm a sucker for, like, floating platforms in games like this. Floating islands and shit. Oh, yeah. That's my shit right there. Can I make the magic happen? Hup! Yes, I can. I think that's gonna be just a bonus. I think the thing we're really after is hopefully... yeah. Ah, there we go. That's the kicker. That is the kicker indeeder. Let's go ahead and do this part first. I don't know gonna be an option for much if I were to keep going. Ooh, there's something else. What's this? Is this a heart piece? Crystal acquisition. The little crystal, you can take more damage for it, so it is indeed the equivalent of a heart piece. I like how it remains. That's an interesting feature, but it's no longer, it's like now darkened and it's no longer rotating. Now, this is another one of those games where you could make the argument that the platforming is like the game's worst or weakest feature. Or no, I'm sorry, did I say platforming? The combat. The combat. No, the platforming's fine. It's a little bit wobbly, but it's fine. The combat is probably the game's worst or like weakest feature. And it's not to say that it's bad, but you're not gonna play a game for the combat. You know, if you want like engaging 3D platformer combat, you're gonna be playing something more akin to I don't know, I'm trying to think of a good example, but like yeah, there's other games that do exploration and combat a little bit more, but this is more focused on the exploration, the platforming, and of course the overall aesthetic, just the overall vibe we're going for. It's really impressive. It's the idea of a heart container thing to give you more health so you can take more damage in battle. Like that's fine, but that's not like what I'm after. I'm not here for the fights. I'm not here for the combat. I'm here for just the vibes, man, and unlocking new moves and getting more platforming ability. That's what we're after. With that said, I may or may not have enough juice to land on that platform. In fact, I maybe should have gone for that in the first place. What I will do is I'm going to land back on this guy. I'm going to wait to get high, and I'm going to go... Oh, sorry, I just smacked the microphone. I'm going to go for that floating platform just there. At first, I was kicking myself for not trying to go for that one earlier, because I thought, based on the perspective, it was next to that island that we flew to earlier that's in the water. No, this one's actually floating. But with the perspective, it's a little bit hard to tell. Land on that floating guy right there. You fucking know I can, baby. Now, is there anything worth it up here? It does not appear to be. I was thinking maybe there'd be a little something something. There is a little something something over yonder. That excites me greatly. But as far as the stuff up here, I think that down there is just a hole. And you know, you might look at this and say, well, what's the point? If you fly here and there's just a hole in the floor, like what the hell's the point? But I guess it's to emphasize like the broken, fractured nature of the world we're in right now. Oh, what I think that's going to be, though, is going to be another thing that helps us glide faster and further, basically. Upgrade, increase your max glide speed, very nice. Oh, that might be for the flying and air glide, or it could be the on the ground glide, I guess. Go ahead and turn this in. The fellow that wants this thing, I think, was back this way. I think the idea is he wants it for the lights, for this, like, the equivalent of a lighthouse, basically, or a light's tower. It was this big guy, and he has a trinket in his hands that he suggests will be indispensable to Valkyries such as myself. How's it going, bud? Here's the light. I got it for you, bud. As promised, slam trinket. Come on and slam, and welcome to the trinket. Then you can do a super jump. Little ground pound. Bah, yeah, big jump. And that does use your crystal. But that is a nice way to get some extra height without having to do the thing where you latch onto the wall. Because if you jump, latch on the wall, and then jump again, you get really good height. Actually is a little bit more height, really. So now, with that being said, you can maybe do a little something like this, where I go, bah, 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 yeah, big jump. Pretty slick. Now there's things we can perhaps reach that were earlier only dreamed of by Valkyries such as myself. That's going to be a save point. Actually, is it? No, it's going to be a thing that'll activate something, I think. Yeah. Opens up. Yes, I saw that earlier. That's the mustache wall. Handlebar mustache wall. Oh, well. I might be able to get to that guy, maybe. I only have one more orb before the first of, maybe 4 or 5 secrets comes up. Hiding. Now the question is, how dost thou cleanse the miasma now? Maybe the answer is, like, I just need to, like, keep exploring around the area and something will reveal itself. Like, as I uncover more cool areas, more, like, cool secrets. For instance, with this slightly greater platforming ability, I probably have what it takes to get up here now. Let's try this first. Okay, maybe I oversold it. Might have oversold a little bit. What if I try this? Yeah, still not quite. All right, so let's check that what I refer to as the handlebar mustache wall. What's going on over here? I think it was. Was it back here? I think it was back this way. Yeah, back this way. We are so fast right now because of that cool upgrade we just got. What do we got in here? This is a Sanctum Spring, you say. Of course, I want to break the things that I know are breakable. Bad guys, I'll just... Ouch. Did a single green thing to restore health? No. It takes more green things to restore health, apparently. What about this stuff? Can I break these things? Do I pray in front of them? but unclear what these things are for. No prayer interactions that I can find. There's more of these things. Significance is unknown to me. Oh, big. That one's a big one. There's the save point. If I talk to you, they all say the same thing. Okay, that's fine. That one's a big one. What if I break the bottom one? It will float. That makes me happy. Had a bad guy in it. Oh, I got health back anyway. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the green stuff is not for health restore. I just assumed that it was. Or serious. Oh, maybe do I ground pound? I thought maybe ground pound was the answer. You're gonna tell me that violence isn't the answer to everything in video games? So what the heck, man? I definitely want to go back to that one in the corner eventually, but I'm cooking, man. I'm up here. I want to strike while the striking is hot. Strike while the iron is hot, even. Get it while the getting is good, as they say. I can't just jump onto the wall, but I can use that added power to go up further. Also, I like the random triangle. I guess it's like a wave, more or less, that they're trying to kind of simulate. I like the wall texture of, like, you can't really tell it too much when it's up close, but further away you can tell it's like maybe it's supposed to be reminiscent of like hieroglyphics, that kind of thing, that kind of deal. Bunch more baddies. Another orb. The orb to ponder. That brings us to 10. Again, I'm not exactly sure the significance of 10. Check out these two guys. One of them's got projectiles, because of course he does. It's unclear to me what healed us earlier, because I collected the 3 fellas. My health did not appear to go back up. Oh, what's this? Oh, maybe that's like a full heal. Mysteriousness of it all, man. The mysteriousness. You know, one thing, and I know this is going to sound annoying because it's a game I talk about a lot. One thing this does remind me a lot of, and like the weird kind of uncanny feeling it gives me a little bit at least, is Bomberman 64. Specifically how it felt playing Bomberman 64 as a kid for the first time, playing those early stages like Green Gardens, Blue Resort, and you know there's the standard route through which you follow to beat the levels and reach the bosses, all that jazz. But there's so many like really interesting secrets and shortcuts that you can see from a distance. And until you learn like the real tricky aspects of bomb ladders and bomb jumping, a lot of the secrets you'll never be able to figure out until you again like master the arts, like the advanced stuff in that game. So you see them from afar, and so much of the time you're thinking to yourself, at least I was thinking to myself, damn, how do I get there? How do I get to those things that are so far away and so mysterious? The game did a good job of placing those things very deliberately, so the player would see them and wonder, fuck man, how do I get to those things? Like, what's the secret? And they wouldn't tell you, or at least they wouldn't explicitly tell you until much later in the game. Like, in the credit sequence is where they show you a lot of how this bomb jumps are supposed to work. The idea of a game like this where, like, there's things that are out there for you to see, and they'll show it to you. They don't hide from showing you, like, here are things you can reach. We're not going to tell you how to get there. You have to, like, kind of figure your way through. You gotta struggle, maybe not struggle, but you have to figure it out your own way, man. This is an inert statue. Can I pray to restore it? No, I cannot. So I need to uninert it. That's right. What's up, Fahrenheit? Good to see you, buddy. Valkyrie Chronicles. That's actually one thing I noticed too when I was looking for like categories for this game on Twitch, on TikTok. Valkyrie Chronicles was, of course, the thing that just popped up. Yeah, what about Big Titty Anime Lady? Well, that's the thing. I mean, this lady, it's like sort of anime inspired, but more on like the more on the angelic and not not that kind of vibe, for better for worse. But it's a cool little game. This one just came out on Monday. It's called Valkyrie Saga. It's got that old school 3D platformer, like 3D platformer, yes, but also like PS1 low poly kind of shit that I'm all about, man. Oh, we cleansed it. That was that easy. All right, cool. Sure, I was not expecting it to be that simple. Can I pray again? Can I keep cleansing the waters? So now if I go in the water, I was worried that our girl would just drown. She'd be like, oh, I'm dead, but no, she's just chill. I wouldn't expect this game to have swimming controls necessarily. Camera downs, there you go. Yep. The water is it's just a vibe, man. It's just a layer. It's an opaque layer, nothing wrong with that. Let's get back the way we came, and actually I wonder if this thing is nert now. Is it nerted? Yeah, I like this kind of, yeah, like the action RPG, exactly, man. Oh, no, you're saying Valkyria Chronicles, yeah. I've heard they're good. I've never played them myself. You might like Cruelty Squad. That one is on my list. That one is absolutely on my list. I know that's one of those games that's not for everybody. Now, I did play Brazilian Drug Simulator 3. I did play that a couple of, a few weeks ago, and that game is a goddamn crackhead experience. And I say that not as a bad thing. I know Alias played a good chunk of Brazilian Drug Lord 3, and that game it's so fucking wild. It's such a goofy ass time. I can't jump in the air and attack. I can't do a big jump like that and attack. So if I have hope of dropping this fool, attack from here, yes, and whoop-ah! That a couple times probably. Little pogo stick routine. Oh shit, no, I can't do that. Can't double jump into attack. Got a single jump. Get fucked. First enemy that takes 3 hits to kill, 3 or more. The other guys just took 2. And get hecked. Drops the same amount of green giblets, presumably health pickups as the other fella. Let it be known, it didn't cleanse all of the poison. Just some of it. Or actually, not even some of it. The main stuff we cared about, the stuff in the lake. So this hazard is still here, unfortunately. I ain't scared. I do like the layering, the very clear layering of the purple goop, the miasmatic goop. I'm a sucker for like this kind of quaint presentation, man. This tells me that the person that made this game, or the people that made this game, are all about that kind of old school era of 3D platforming. This person probably grew up with a PS1, maybe an Instance 4, but something akin to that era of gaming. Of course, I'm very clearly nostalgic for it, given that I'm an old grizzled graybeard when it comes to that era. So of course, it's my shit right there. Oh, that's exciting. Some Fable 2. Yeah, man, that sounds awesome, man. I know that there's the anniversary edition of Fable 1, but yeah, I guess Fable 2, I don't know of any other ports or like reimaginings of that one. So yeah, when it comes to 2 and 3, I suppose you have to either do emulation or get a used copy and dig out the old Xbox. There is a new one. That's right, there is a new one. I forgot about that. Yeah, which is very exciting. Yeah. Ready to be disappointed? Well, for better or for worse, I'm assuming that Molyneux won't be on it. I know that, you know, that was his baby back in the day, and of course the game, the first one, I'm sure you remember, Ferdinand. I'm sure you were there, man. Back in the day when the first one was so hyped and all these amazing features were promised. And the first one's a good game, no deny. I think it's a good game. But yeah, the hype was through the roof, and just good freaking lord, it was a lot of promise, and I think by the time of probably 3, it was like pretty good. But yeah, I know a lot of folks felt burned by that first one. All the hype around it. Molyneux's a weird one because I want to like him, and I appreciate how, like, he's got the oh, what am I thinking of? He's got the Great Gatsby thing going on. This endless capacity for hope and ambition, even though it is very clearly misguided and misdirected sometimes. Sometimes, to put it nicely. So it's like, I like the idea of Molyneux. I just wish he had people that worked with him that would tell him no sometimes, or would like try to steer him into things that were more reasonable. Yeah, because I feel like when you have somebody that's like clearly a visionary with like cool ideas, but not like realistic ways to implement them, end up in situations where things become untenable. So it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate that like that he has this very unpleasant reputation, and he kind of has only himself to blame, and I guess the people that surrounds himself with. So I can see the chat better. Like that. Yeah, Black and White, back in the day, man. Yeah, not a Molyneux guy. He's been fucking me up since childhood. Now, Black and White was probably, I assume, was a good one. Black and White 1 and 2. It was like an adult game for the 360, though. Yeah. Big nostalgia vibes for sure. Molyneux walks the AI bros. Well, that's another like unfortunate concern, is that Molyneux undeniably, made some great stuff and like had all this influence and became an ideas guy. We've all heard that term, right? An ideas guy. And I think he did have some legit cool ideas even like in those later years, but did it translate into interesting games or like were they executed well? In a lot of cases, no, unfortunately. And to your point, Fahrenheit, it did kind of pave the way for this like visionary archetype of a game maker, game designer, game person that doesn't always deliver well. There's the Peter Molyneux, there's Tim Schafer, there's Randy Pitchford. There's like these, well, maybe not Randy. I mean, Randy Pitchford's annoying for other reasons, but Tim Schafer, I have like a little bit more sympathy towards him, but like the number of projects he's hyped to the high heavens and then said, whoops, we ran out of money. We're gonna abandon the project now. Sorry, here's what we have, but that's how it goes. Like, it's a bummer. It's a bummer that kind of archetype. I don't know if I can blame Molyneux for that independently. Like, it's not his fault entirely that kind of thing has become a motif with some game developers and some game companies. But yeah, he was kind of the first like big name to kind of have this reputation. The reality, of course, is that game development is hard. No one's disputing that. But yeah, when it becomes a pattern, the sympathy starts to run a little bit dry, honestly. Yeah, they were really good games, but they were also kind of oversold. The problem is I've never actually played Black and White. I've heard that those are very good, but a modern day would be kind of cool. Yeah, that would be pretty sick. Pretty sick. You guys try to rob us, he says. He says, everything lying around is for the taking. Not my stuff. I've sealed it tight. Don't you dare try. Don't you dare break my wall. I'm gonna do it. Oh, I broke the wall. Aren't you mad? I'm gonna steal your undulating blob. This is the same message. He says, no, not my undulating blob. Vault bees. Press jump to launch yourself forward and cover great distances. Great distances. Jump to launch yourself forward. Oh, I see what they mean. It's like a huge fucking jump. Huge fucking jump, man. Nexon and Maple Story. No, I never actually played Maple Story. Oh, that's cool. You can do that. Oh, big jump. Yeah, I got it. And then can I, like, do anything with this thing? Can I break it? Or can I pray in front of him, maybe? No, I never played Maple Story, and I wasn't aware that Maple Story had, like, a bunch of microtransactions, but I guess I'm not that surprised by it, honestly. It's the mainstream loot box. Yeah, I'm not terribly surprised. Yeah, I never played it back in the day. I had some friends that, like, were into it for sure. Not like you can like chain the jumps together and get higher. No, you can't like get like a higher jump necessarily. That large lurch. It's a huge jump. Wowee. It's so big. It's a big jump. So like really good for speed runs, man. I want to go fast. That's a big... Now, of course, I like just the regular dash as well, but that's a huge lurch forward. That's pretty slick. Slick. How do I get your ass? I can't attack after doing that jump. I need another crystal. We got Jorf in the house. What's up, Jorf? Jorf, if you're a fellow retro-inspired, kind of low poly, like PS1 inspired platformer enjoyer like I am, and I think you probably are, I would recommend this. This is actually pretty slick. I know it looks a little bit jank, and it is a little bit jank, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's got heart, and I'm very impressed by it. It's very fun, and it's very like, it's very ambitious. It's very ambitious. Like, you can really feel that the devs put a lot of stuff in here. There's a lot of secrets. There's a lot to do and see here, and I love how you can see from a pretty great distance some of the things on the horizon. There's like a lot of things to be like, all right, I'll eventually have the ability to reach that platform and that floating island. Like I don't have it right now, but eventually I'll be able to get to these lofty heights. That's super cool. See if there's any cool shenanigans to be found here. I don't think I can make... I can't quite make that jump. And of course, check this shit out. If you haven't seen it already, bam! When you do an attack into a wall, you can latch onto the side and jump off that. That's pretty slick. So, yeah, this game has a lot of like just cool little charming bits about it that I'm really impressed by. So now I bet I can reach this thing. Oh, let me go around. Well, there we go. Grab the ledge. Oh, I missed it. There we go. I have 13 of these bad boys, lucky number. Out of curiosity, can I unlock the secrets? Sword mode. What is sword mode, pray tell? I got a sword now. Now, is it just a cosmetic thing? Maybe. It looks like it functions the same way. I still got the cool dash. Yeah, I think it's just a cosmetic thing, but it is pretty cool. I'm not gonna deny. The sword looks kind of dope. Kinda sick. Ooh, can I... Let me think about this. How can I... Maybe over here. Oh, by the way, Jorf, if you're still listening in, have you heard of or have you already played a game called Lords that came out recently? Because I got a key for that one, and I've heard it's good for multiplayer. So if you have acquired the game, or if you have interest in the game, but you were unsure of multiplayer homies with which to play it, I do have it. I was thinking I might play it sometime, maybe later this week, or probably more likely sometime next week. That is one thing I'm trying to keep on my radar as far as like folks to potentially squad up with in that game. I don't think I have... I can't quite make this one. What if I like... Yeah, I was gonna say if I could bounce off of that gate, maybe, but... Let's talk to this guy. Oh, wait, no. Thanks. By the way, you can check out how to use abilities in the items menu. Yes. Go see the chief. Let's talk to the chief now, because since we've fixed the water, fixed the lake, highly possible that maybe they'll kind of direct us to the next major thing. Claim your prize. There's a crystal at the bottom of the lake. Up on your journey. Okay. Need more platforming abilities. Ah, there it is. Can't just break it myself. I gotta interact with it. So now I have more jumpies. So now I have a triple jump if I wanted, or I could do like um, that thing, and then attack afterwards, which is pretty slick. Could talk to this fella again, see if he can direct me to the next main thingamajiggy. Next thing. What's up, Meerkat? Good to see you, buddy. Playing a cool little indie game that just came out on Monday. It's this Valkyrie Saga. Pound thanks you. Need more crystals. There's a wizard's tower to the north, and the Colosso statue. One on a farm. Good luck. So farm and statue and wizard's tower. Good news is we probably have what it takes to get on this heckin' windmill place. Now the front door is still closed. I can tell. Yeah, it's still closed. Or whatever that door is. Looks like the front door. Shut the front door. So not quite enough still, however. But if I start from over here, that's the key. Ground pound, pop. Up. Just a little bit shy, but I bet what if I could do it from right on top of this guy? Grab the ledge? Yeah, yo, genius. We're goddamn genius. Now, do I want to... I wonder, can I just, like... ride onto the windmill itself? Yes, I can. I don't know, this is the intended strat, but it is a strat. We'll take it, baby. I get this thing. So in 6 more, we'll get some other kind of secret, maybe. Yeah, 20 orbs, we get some other kind of secret, and it might just be cosmetic. I don't think the sword actually changed anything, but it does look cool. The sword's, it's like got little colorful runes in it. It's looking pretty fly. Literally, because we're an angel that has wings and can fly. Or at least can glide. That's not flying, it's falling with style. And it's for no fall damage, by the way. Seeing if there's anything else on here, but... yeah, one and done. Or those floating platforms pretty well. Floating island in the distance. Very tempestuous. With the farm, they said that, like, the farm nearby. When I see like these kinds of mills, I assume that we're near a farm-ish. Perhaps there's more to it. You broke those things. I'm kind of curious, is the sword still there on the bonfire? It is. Will anything happen here if I pray here? Nope, nothing at all. Any swords to break open barrels? Nope. Pretty on the fence about it. That's the thing, is that to be honest, I'm a little bit surprised that the game has done fairly well as far as, like, it's, like, sold well, and it's been doing relatively well on Steam. I'm sorry, on Steam, on Twitch. Because I was in the same boat, Jorf. At first I was like, well, of course, I'm sure you probably saw there's a Dare Drop campaign for it. And I was like, I think I might skip it, but then I see, like, a lot of people have been playing it, so I'm like, well, man, maybe there's, like, something I'm not seeing. So I did go ahead and scoop it up through Dare Drop so I could try it out. I'm wondering if maybe it's all just hype, you know, maybe it's just all overblown, but yeah, I was ready to write it off thinking, like, it doesn't really look like anything special. We've seen other interesting looking 3D roguelikes come and go. So I don't know why this one in particular has been picked up by, you know, a number of other, like, you know, like some bigger streamers have picked it up, and it's been, I think, getting a decent bit of coverage on Steam, you know, getting picked up on, like, front page coverage, that kind of deal. So I guess it's kind of hard to predict what things will catch on, what things won't, but it didn't look like anything that I thought would have much staying power. And of course, maybe it's just a flash in the pan, you know, maybe it'll truly die out after a week or two. Boy, that name is a mouthful. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it because I will embarrass myself. It's the Forgotten Steps. I'm a poet, can't you tell? Oh, he's rhyming awkwardly. I see what's going on here. Whole bunch of vases to break. That's exciting. Little save point here. Boink. Game saved. This is not the farm, obviously, but it's something. It's a dangerous monster. It's called a seraphim. Sounds like something I can maybe smack the crap out of. Hit it in the head to hurt it. Probably stay away. Dormant otherwise. I fear nothing. I say that. We've only fought like the most basic of small little bland enemies so far. Plenty we've yet to experience. Structure over there catches my eye, of course. And I guess that's the thing we're to be afraid of. I definitely want to do a ground pound on those vases. That's something I really, really want to do. Really, really, really. That might just be a full heal, so I'm going to hold off on grabbing that for the time being. So, I have the goods to be able to reach you. Ouch. Okay, so just by touching him, I take damage. So to be able to reach his head, that part will be tricky. But by no means is it impossible. We got this thing right. Oh, right there. Not quite. Oh, he still reached me from there. I was hoping I could hit him multiple times. Ow. Oh no, I need that heal. Oh, they probably like despawn after a while, don't they? Whoop. No, I want to grab it. There we go. So it's not a full heal, it's just a single heal, but still. But we do have the means to take him out. Whether or not this is perhaps ill-advised remains to be seen. Oh, shit. Okay. We definitely have the goods. It's like I keep wanting to like chain attacks together, but it seems like that is discouraged. Oh, wait, right. Ledge, there we go. Actually, I'm gonna wait. He was targeting the platform that I wanted to go for. It's like he read my moves. Read my mind. Three hits. Not enough to kill. He's still alive. Alright, alright. I'll keep doing this. Keep doing this. I can maybe get onto this platform. We get onto that floating platform. Oh, did he break it? Bro, that's so not cool, man. Ow. Done broke my platform. I was using that, man. Yes. Unless this, like, resets his health. It's one of those games where, like, you know, you exit the boss arena and that, like, resets his health or something. He's still up. I think. Well, he's definitely still up. The little floating platforms. I was using those. I was like my entire strat was all about those things, man. A little bit worried if I get too far away, it's gonna like reset him or something. I'll just do the same thing. It's entirely possible I can just do it this way. Hit. Yeah, I bet I can just do it this way, honestly. Hold off. That column does reach pretty high. Speak of the devil. Oh, shit. Oh, I missed. Oh, smacking the shit. Oh, Jesus. Not only does it hit you, but it, like, pulls you around. There we go. Not gonna miss this time. Hit. Is he dead? He's freaking dead. His ass to the cleaners, but he's happy. He's got the little smile on his face. And we get something mysterious. Now that might be like a teleporter to something unknown. I do see this thing floating there as well. Mysterious. Get some health first. I'm a fan of the vase just floating in the air like that. That makes me happy. All right, see what's through here. Probably some kind of optional upgrade. Big jump. Okay, just big jump for a single orb. Cool. And then maybe like a path to lead to that platform, which is exciting. That's neat. A little bit of underwhelming reward, but still I'll take it. I am curious what this little thingy is. What is this thing? It's like what is it? There's like little bubbles in it. I don't know what that is. Very mysterious. Okay. Now that I've unlocked this big jump, which is neat. It's a cool jump. Must be something up there. Oh, in fact, I think I see it's a health upgrade. I think it's gonna be a health upgrade, which is pretty slick. That is pretty slick. And that's Sniff. That's Sniff out. Thank you for that raid, Sniff. That's nice of you, my friend. We're playing a really cool little game. This is Valkyrie Saga. This came out on Monday. Very charming, kind of old school, sort of PS1 inspired presentation. It's really slick. It's really slick. And it's one of these games where there's so many secrets. There's so many extra paths to experience. So many extra upgrades and unlocks. It's almost overwhelming. Like, there's so many things to explore, and of course floating islands, and a lot of the game is very much platforming focused and getting cool movement abilities. There is combat, but the big focus for sure is all the different movement, and there's some pretty slick ones too. You got a ground pound, of course. 3D platformers need a ground pound. If you jump out of the ground pound, you do a cool little jump. And then if you do like the stab in the air, you can jab into a wall and jump off the wall. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little game. But anyway, that's what we're playing. Enough about me. I want to hear what Sniff has been up to. It's good to see you, bud. And that's Soapy Shark, by the way. Soapy Shark, I recognize our homie Soapy Shark. Thank you, my friend. Soapy Shark, if you had something to do with guiding Sniff out into raiding my goofy little stream here, thank you, Soapy Shark, for if you guided this individual. They probably wanted to raid someone normal. They were probably like, yeah, let's raid this normal person. And then Soapy Shark, you know, they can be very very convincing. You know, they were probably like, hey, raid this guy named Super Hobbit, or else I release those pictures. And then Sniff House said, oh shit, all right. You know, blackmailed into raiding Super Hobbit is the best I can figure. Now, all jokes aside, thank you very much, my friend. Very kind. See that Sniffo is playing some it says games and demos. If I had to guess, that's probably like a nice assortment of indie games. If there were any indie games in particular, if there were like any weird games or demos you played, I'd love to hear about it. Also, whenever somebody raids, I always like to ask if there's any clips of yours you'd like to share. Because you're a freaking homie, you raided into me, you've never watched me before, probably. For all you know, I'm some weird little short dude that plays video games in his mother's basement. I'm here to tell you, I'm in my wife's basement, okay? It's totally different vibe. No, all jokes aside, no, I do appreciate you. And if you had any clips to share, you brought your folks to me. They're seeing what my content is like. The least I can do is offer the same to you. If there was a way to have the folks that were already here see what your content is like, that way we get that cross-pollination. Everybody benefits. Everyone's helping each other grow. It's a beautiful thing. A little save point here. Good stuff. Some good stuff. What's up, Jesse? Good to see you, bud. Now, Soapy Shark, thank you for guiding the raid, forcing poor Sniffow to raid me. They could have raided any stream on Twitch, but they chose to raid here. That's super nice. Streamers can be normal. No, fair. You know what? Fair. You might be onto something. You might be onto something, Soapy. And a fellow indie game enjoyer. Listen, I'm not one to talk. I'm not one to talk shit because I love me a good indie game. This is like the weirdest, indiest thing I've played probably in at least a few weeks. Of course, I tend to jump around to a lot of different games, and usually they tend to be indie games, but this one's pretty out there. Exploring our grand city. That's right. That's right. Yeah, if there are any fun games in particular you played tonight, I'd be curious because I'm always down for recommendations. Always down. Always down. Indie game pros. Get some atrocious clips. As well, I'll say this thing. If there are any clips that you would like to share that you're proud of, feel free to post them. Meanwhile, for the rest of your community, and your mods in particular, if any mods or just regulars in Sniffhouse community have any atrocious clips that you think are funny, because every streamer has those clips where it's like, please God, nobody look that one up. That one's so embarrassing. It was so cringe, bro. No one needs to look. Every streamer worth their salt has those clips that are awful, and then their mods will dredge up for them without asking. So if anybody has any clips like that, I'm down for that too. If it's cringe, if it's triumphant, if it's anything in between, I'm down for all of it. I'm down for all of it, baby. It's your wife, exactly. Yeah, I'm not in my mom's basement. I'm in my wife's basement. It's totally different. I mean, it's our house, but in her defense, she bought the house before we got married. So, I mean, when the chips are down, and it's her, I mean, it's our house, but it's her house. You feel me? Yes. Oh, Super Kiwi 64. Yes, that's another good one. Oh, well, I haven't played it, but I've seen it. I've seen it. Yeah, love me some throwback stuff. It says no shame, no shame. That's how you gotta roll, man. That's how you gotta roll. And when you're a streamer, that is kind of how you function. You gotta embrace it. You gotta embrace it. Be molded by it, crafted by it. Losing your aura. I suspect Sniffhow never lose their aura. I bet their aura is permanently farmed. No question whatsoever. The crystal up at the top, he says, maybe the goddess can help. For the floating islands around this corpse. It's a corpse, he says. Well, I think it's like this structure here. Yeah, this like mega structure. The scale of this game is pretty impressive, and like, thank goodness you have some really quick movements. Because man, like the default walking speed's pretty small, or it's pretty low, that is. I'm gonna want to look around for the extra little orbs. The orbs, by the way, I mean, yes, you can ponder them, but I don't think the orbs themselves have like a thing that you need necessarily, but if you get enough orbs, you get extra secrets unlocked. So we unlocked sword mode earlier. Without sword mode, it's just a spear, which is cool. The spear's neat. But I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of an enjoyer of how the sword looks. Yeah, I like the sword mode. It's pretty slick. But thank you, friends. Very sweet of you. And this game is good. If you enjoy a good, like, retro-inspired, kind of PS1-inspired, low-poly, kind of platform experience, it's pretty slick. It's pretty slick, and I'm liking it a lot so far. So we can make to that platform, because I got a good feeling about this platform. We did already solve one major... Oh my god, we just barely cleared it. We did already solve one major puzzle earlier. And now, if I prey upon this guy, it opened up that thing, clearly. Yeah, very intimidating. Yes, I can personally vouch. It's an American or European truck species. That's a good point, because I think that was American Truck Simulator. So I think in that case, it was an American truck species. It has to be. They have different diets. Correct. For instance, the American palate, of course, is attuned well to cheeseburgers and french fries, obviously. The finer things in life, clearly. But so I'm gonna guess that that switch, it's for another floating island that's further back that way, but I don't know for sure. Let's keep looking around. That this whole thing is like the skeleton of a giant. It's the Colossus, or the Colosso statue, I think is what the guy called it. Talk to some of the other constructs and see what they think. I also said there's a farm nearby that might have one of those crystals for us. And these names are a mouthful, good lord. The airspeed velocity of an unladen hobbit? Yes. No, 12. It's 12. I'd love to know of some crystals. There's on the skeleton. Another one in the Wizards Guild. 2 lake towns. So we already been to 1 lake town. There's one somewhere around here on this skeleton fella. Can't quite make there. See, I see an orb for sure, and those are great, but that's not exactly the main thing we're after. Just a nice thing. A nice thing we're after. If I had to guess, it might be on the top of the ribcage there, and that might be a bit of a tall order. As a hobbit, you know, I don't do that well with tall orders. I'm more of a short order kind of guy, personally. Somewhere in the 5'3" or lower range. That's kind of what I'm all about. Can I land on this? Ooh, I can, but now. Yeah, it's a bit of an odd spot to be in. Oh, grab the ledge. Sure. There we go. I can just chain those two together. But you've probably noticed anytime I do a double jump or an aerial attack, it does use. I shouldn't have done that. It does use one of those crystals. So you can't just chain jumps together forever. There are limits to these things. Do that twice in a row, but not 3 times. Oh shit, I dropped it. Heck. Oop, oop. Oh, I keep dropping it. Heck. There we go. Now. Oh shit, wrong button. God dang it. That's the heckin' second time I've done that. There we go. That's what I wanted. And probably jump on that ball. And listen, jumping on the balls crazy style is kind of what I'm known for, but I can probably make it to that guy. Probably. Shouldn't have jumped down. I should have stayed on the upper ranges. These things are kind of far away. I don't know if I have the juice to make it up there. I can try it. My best bet might be that one. But yeah, even still, it's still too far away. Yeah. The good news is that there's scaffolding over here. That might just be my best bet, honestly. Dungeon Master's Guide. We don't have a flying speed. Well, that's disappointing. And maybe for the best. Maybe for the best. I don't know if I would trust a flying hobbit. Ledge grab. Hell yeah. It's one of those games where there's I believe the diplomatic term, or not diplomatic, the academic. The academic term is schmovement. I do believe this game's got schmovement, where there's like intended movement strats and like intended, oh, there's the place, intended directions and places to go. But you know, they give you a pretty free range. You can do things in any order. You can probably do some sequence breaks and do things out of order. Some things, at least, out of order. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that it's not like, what are you doing trying to make a jump that's illegal, bro? What the hell's wrong with you? Like, they just kind of let you do whatever and try whatever. Might not always work, but it seems like there's encouragement to experiment. Now, this little building right here. The angel down here. We pray in front of that one, and it does a super jump area. I think on a different, similarly colored, similarly textured platform. Yeah, it's not here. I recognize that pedestal. That's the kind of deal that has like a mega super jump on it. Anything has a flight speed if you load it into a big enough catapult. That is the kind of energy we love to hear around here, man. That is some extremely correct and scientific kind of energy. Can I make that the big ball? Can I get on that big ball? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done the double jump. Maybe I should have tried for the stabby. Can I make it? Oh, I think we're just a little bit shy. Darn. That's unfortunate. I don't know if I'm going to spend the time to go all the way back to that. I think I'm more inclined to seek out that other platform, because I bet that has the secret. And for anybody wondering why the crystal is so important to us, well, again, if it uses a crystal every time you do a double jump, like a triple jump right now, or I can do like so many like attacks in the air for chaining together the stab into a wall and jump. I can like chain so many of those together right now. Another crystal would give us more platforming ability, which would be really nice. And of course, as you can imagine, our main goal is to climb the tower, and that probably needs maximum crystals, presumably. I definitely have a vested interest to do as much as we can. Oh, looks like a heart. That's cute. Just in time for Valentine's Day. There we go, man. Just he's got a boogie. Thanks for popping in, Jesse. Nice to hear from you, dude. Oh, this thing. Yeah. What's this thing for? Whoa. Oh, I think I see. If you attack in midair, if you attack it, basically, it refills your crystals. Or to do a double jump, like that. Yeah, it refills. Oh, refills just one crystal. Okay. If I do that, if I do like double jump and attack, it restores just one. Okay, that's pretty slick. I don't know why that's here. I bet that's the wizard's tower, if I had to guess. It looks like a wizard's tower. Ah, there's a crystal up there. Yes. Oh, is that where the super jump is? That platform right there? That one, I guess I don't have a cursor right now, but yeah, I wonder if that's the one just above my halo. That's the platform. It'd be kind of far away. I'd be a little bit surprised. Thinking my best bet, the better bet, might be going for this guy over her. I'm on that, like, that joint, that knuckle or elbow, whatever it is. I could probably glide from there. I tried slowly gliding towards this guy. Actually, am I cooking? I don't know. I feel like the trajectory is not to our liking. It'll take forever. Now, I'll try to stab into the side and see, but I don't have the best feel on whether it's gonna be high enough. And do we get it? We got it. Cool. So nice little bonus orb, and now we can focus the guy. Now, unless what I'm supposed to do is jump from there to there. Oh yeah, that's the key. Maybe I'm going about this all wrong. See if that's the key. It's a shame these things are so far away from each other, but probably for the best to jump from there. Yeah, that's probably the better case. I want to jump from as far to the side as possible. I'm sure a double jump would save me. But this should. Oh, never mind. We're good. We're good. Never even doubted it. It's a little bit weird. It's a little bit wobbly. Trying to connect these jumping points together. That's the one we want, though. And I see this little mid-air fellas. Actually, I might not even need it. Got from here. I'll get that. Oh, except and land. There we go. I think that's the key. Is that the thing? No, it's not. It's something else. Okay, well, damn. I thought I was cooking, man. But it's closed. Imagine my disappointment. My disappointment is immeasurable. My day is ruined. Nah, not really. But that is unfortunate. I thought maybe that was the thing that we'd unlocked earlier. Very dashing if that was the case. Now, I could just warp back. But the nice thing is that this does give you kind of good, like, pie in the sky, big picture view. Is nifty. Also, I think there's an upgrade over there, which is neat. I suppose it could be in that structure on the ground. I would be surprised if it was down there. The reality is that we're gonna struggle to reach much else from here anyway. Could jump down there and check that out. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Out of curiosity, I should have maybe looked at this a little bit closer as well. What's going on with this thing? Anything up top? I see like a smokestack, like a chimney. Yeah, nothing jumps out at me there. Let's check this greenhouse. Curious symbol on the front. Got any part in the back? Kinda. It's like flesh prison house. A little nightmarish, but all right. It's Harmas. So one of not a Valkyrie, but I guess a person of our species came here before. Fancy of the dragons and the wizards. Okay. Built this temple. It's a weird, like, fleshy temple, man. I have a request. Go to the city ruins. There's a piece of this dragon's heart in one of the old apartments, he says. Okay. Bring me a thing and offer it to the altar. You got it, bro. Alright. Can't do much with this right now. So that's probably not it, then. Because, you know, the thing we saw had, like, a little jumpy platform on it. I got very excited. Yeah, a little meat core home. Do you think when you're, like, walking around in that house, every time you take a step, it's, like, squishy? Now, it's either Terraria or Starbound. One of those games has, like, a meat dimension. Or not meat dimension, but, like, a meat biome. Like, the flesh blocks can be harvested, and you can, like, build with them if you're, you know, fucked up like that. Like, all these green buildings kind of look the same. So, the downside is that, like, you know, this game does, like, the, I guess with Doom, it was even less, considerate. In Doom, you would, like, hit a switch, and you would just see a message that said, a door opened somewhere. Which was not particularly helpful. At least with Quake, at least I think, with Quake, you would see, like, a little cutscene that shows a door opening. But sometimes it's like, fuck, man, where was that? Where did I see that previously? So when this game, you hit a switch and something is unlocked, they show you it unlocking. Sometimes it's like, well, damn, I actually don't know where that is, but hoping I'll stumble upon it. I don't think that's it. Oh, it's got the Lens of Truth, the what is it? The Sheikah eye symbol on it. Now, not literally, but it's reminiscent of it for sure. The hole in the world there. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that is the jumpy platform. Definitely got something. Is there anything in the back? Oh shit. Uh-oh. I might have hacked it. I forgot about that little maneuver. I think if I just fly back, yeah. Ancient dragon corpse. I mean, yes, all the bones. Yeah, I forgot about that. If you attack and then jump, it lunges you forward with a crazy speed boost. And it's cool. I almost wish I could, like, disable it, because it's neat and it's very fast. It's great when you want to go fast, but there are times where it's like, crap, I didn't mean to activate it, so. Or maybe I wish there was like a different button for it or something. Not quite the same as just like a standard attack. And hey. So anyway. And big jump. Woo! Now, I could go a couple places from here, but I think the thing I'm curious about is this right here. Now, I think that's the house we tried to get to earlier. In fact, I could maybe just fly back to it. I think it's that one right there. We even saw that fell in the distance. Got this big jump platform thingy, which is really neato. Question is, do I like try to explore that one? I guess if I flew to that one, I could probably glide to that fella. Suppose I could have that platforming cake and eat it too. Or at least just fly over. Yeah, we'll just fly over to see, because we can see usually if there's anything to speak of. And yeah, I see nothing. Camera. We'll just slowly glide there. I know we've gotten a few upgrades to up the max glide speed of the game. But it's still a little on the slow side in these kinds of longer stretches like this. Of course, that statue kind of looks like it has like a halo, right? So I wonder if that's supposed to be reminiscent of the Valkyries. And their saga, even. This is now open. And what do we get for our troubles? It's another switch. Or statue, rather. That leads to the crystal, I think. I think that's like the intended route of the crystal. It's pretty cool. That I want to try a little something to get over there. I don't think I have the juice for that one. Now, it was on the other side. Oh, it's still enough, good enough. Good enough for me. Also see there's like something, some kind of dark thing or things in that, like in the crevice of that joint, of that rib cage. And I can't quite tell what that is. A retractable bridge inside of a skeleton. Listen, it's a dragon skeleton. Dragon anatomy is something I can only pretend to be an expert on. I'll just assume dragons just have retractable bones sometimes. Like, long after they're dead, and they're just left to being a skeleton, and that's it. Reduced to skeletal remains and nothing else. Them to have this little floating fella right here. Oh crap, I messed it. And made it. Nice. So now... Wait. I thought I saw something. Thought I got excited. Now, the one downside is I will acknowledge the loop of the music is starting to get a little bit old. I will acknowledge that. Oh, I think you just walk up there. I think that's the secret. I was wondering if there was like something else I could reach from here. Now, if I'm trying to like get up into that little crevasse, I'm gonna have a bit of a tough time. I'm hoping that's not too steep to walk up upon. Climb onto. Like I could try like going back around to that area. My gut tells me I should investigate this over here. I think that's probably where the key lies. Take the sign. It's sort of like a sign, but it's completely illegible. Yep, but you can go this way, or this way. What are those ways? Who knows? Well, I guess the answer is like you can just tell by looking at it, I guess, really. For instance, there's definitely an orb up here. And I'm curious what orb number 20 is going to get us. I think I'm about to find out. It's just a 17, so we're pretty close. There we go. It looks a little bit steep, and I'm not sure if we'll be able to just walk up it. I guess if nothing else, we could maybe just jump from that cliff. But I don't know if I have what it takes to reach that wall just yet. That's going to be a bit of a tall order. And you know how us hobbits do with tall orders. Not really our thing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's find out. Oh, shit. Yeah. It's a little bit steep. If I just, like, try to go up a little bit further, that's not it either. Fortunately, it's a little bit unclear to me where that, like, retractable bone appeared earlier. I was hoping it'd be, like, kind of obvious, but I thought that was it. Get on that. Maybe that's just it. Maybe I'm overcomplicating this. Thing on this inside of this guy. No, there's not. All right, so let's loop back around. Maybe that's it right there. Entirely possible. Right underneath my nose the whole time. Go from the scaffolding. I think I've already talked to that guy. I saved there. Yeah, I've already been there. There we go. Yeah, that's the shape. I see it. I see it. That was the key. All right, cool. Ooh, big jump. Ledge grab. Yes, there we go. Whoa, what the heck? Are these bad guys? These... Oh my fucking god, they're kicking the shit out of me. Oh my god, there's so many. What the hell? They're like missile fish fellers. Ouch. This is some fucking Bowser's airship shit right here. They don't drop any health. Ow. Now these guys do if you kill them. Or they drop the health a little bit slow. Oh, alright, fine. Not gonna get it. It's that simple. Yeah, I wasn't oh, Jesus, I was expecting a gauntlet. Good lord. Oh, you fucking killed me. God damn. Alright, well... Oh, shit. Now, the question is... Okay, I do still have 17 orbs. Okay, cool. So, yeah, we didn't actually lose any progress. Missile fellas are rough. So, I think we just gotta go fast. Gotta outmaneuver. Gotta go fast and get through them. A reward awaits. Ow. Let me just fucking launch myself full tilt in them. That's where that speed boost is actually kind of slick. It's almost too much at times. No, sir. No sniping me out of midair, please. Not what I'm here for. And we're golden. Is new crystal. Yet. More movements now. Very good, very good. Done with this AES hole. Now I'm curious what's up there. Of course, is a new height we've just reached, which is exciting. The Wizard's Tower would be the next obvious place. Still no word on where that farm is. Probably the farm has the even easier and more reachable crystal, like unlockable crystal. But I don't know if I've seen it yet, or if I have, I've like not noticed it, or I've not internalized it. It's obvious. Can I just kill the launchers? I don't think I can kill the launchers. Things down here catch my eye. They look crystal-esque. Ouch. Things down here. What's their secrets? They plants? They look like spent crystals. I can break them, and they get orbs sometimes. 18. Oh, no, okay, so just a breakable object. If there's any others while I'm up here, this is such a great vantage point. Them exploding in the distance, all the fishies, the exploding fish missile things. My gut tells me we should just go right for the... right for the Wizard's Tower. I'm gonna fight some of these guys to get some health back, though. Yep. There we go. So yeah, the little trinkets they drop, it's a little bit unclear sometimes how many it takes to constitute a health get. We know that one of those solid green crystals, those constitute a single health bar. When you kill the little flying guys, or the not flying, the little gremlin fellas, they'll drop 3 kind of like liquid green thingies, and some number of those will become a heal, a single heal. Just kill a bunch of those guys, and it just will all kind of work out. There we go. So now I got 3 crystals, so we have even more platforming prowess available to it, which is pretty slick. Pretty happy about it. Except in a case like that where it kind of like doubles up when you don't mean to. Well, it's gonna spoil me too, because earlier we had to get by with we had to scrap by with very little platforming moves in our arsenal. Now we got all kinds of cool stuff. Oh, grab the ledge? Really? I was gonna say I don't think I should be able to, but I'd love to. Walk in this one? Yes, I can. With 20, we get something cool. Or something. We get something. I don't know what that something is, but it might be something cool. I feel it's probably worth my while to explore what's going on the inside, and maybe even the top side, of the skull of the dragon corpse. Does have me curious. Anything up top or anything inside? Looks like it might be like a village, or there was like some houses or something. Oh, I think I've already been up here actually. Yeah, I think there was an orb. Speaking of, right there on the Tiefers. Let's get on the way down. That'll tell us that'll inform us what the 20 reward is. Bam! Let's take a look. Another cool cosmetic. I think it's negative roll. Oh, that means like, yeah. So instead, okay, so like like color palette wise, or the anti-roll. Roll is the name of the protagonist. That is. So normally you look white and gold and angelic. The negative roll secrets, now we're the anti-roll. Now we're what's the opposite of rolling? Lying down, I guess? Standing? Being prone? Or if we're going by like Mega Man, you know, naming conventions, of course, Roll is Mega Man's sister, and in the Japanese version, he's Rockman. So it's rock and roll, ha ha ha. So real subtle stuff that they're going for there. Would take some health. It did take a bit of a beating, or another. I'm sure another one of those. Sure. I mean, we're on our way to the whatever the 30th upgrade could be, or unlock rather. Nice painting. Or maybe it's just TV. Maybe this is TV room. Quaint little house. Bilbo. My long lost uncle? Well, no, that's Frodo's uncle. No, I'm not really related to Frodo. I'm just some other hobbit. But still, Bilbo, I've heard all about you. I'm a big fan, man. I'm a big fan. Okay, sounds good, Meerkat. I know it's getting kind of late. You probably saw me looking at the clock, too. I'll go for a little bit longer. So this is it's a morbid sheltering underneath this giant skull, but it works. The bad guys don't really come here. There's the Seraphim. We took care of him already. You're tough, but not that tough. You already felled the great beast. You're so cool. Maybe you're tough enough to take on anything. You're goddamn right, Bilbo. And then I steal his ring, and he does like the scary face. Y'all remember the scary face Bilbo in Fellowship? I definitely wasn't afraid of him. Definitely. Alex says with an unbelievable poker face. No, of course I was fucking terrified by that scene. All of us were when we first watched that movie, goddamn. Just so out of pocket, just so out of nowhere. Slave action. Bam. So, if I die, which has never happened in a video game ever, but if I were to die, we'll just respawn there. This Charcha. There's a crystal in the tower. That's what I'm all about, baby. Now, I'm not going to complain if there are orbs as well. I mean, those things are not paramount to success, but I'm not complaining whenever they are found. Charcharb. Almost like a Pokemon name. We already got the one on the dragon. Why are you talking like that, man? We thought it'd be cute. We saw your ship coming to the docks. I guess it's cute, whatever. Fucking weirdo. Just for that, I'm gonna break your fucking expensive pot. Oh, it's probably not very expensive, but I'm gonna break your shit. Nice thing too, if you're trying to just go like kind of fast on just standard ground movements, you can just kind of spam attack, and there's not really much stopping you. Ooh, is this a shop? Are you selling some wares? There's flowers around town. We planted a few, but they spread everywhere. But they're actually weeds. Sorry about the overgrowth. You like the flowers? That's thanks to me. A lot of hard work. Enjoy the flowers. I appreciate that the dev, or devs at least, took it upon themselves to throw in a nice smattering of NPCs. You know, do they all have something interesting to say? No, some of them are helpful, legitimately, and of course some of them will give you quests. But it makes the world feel, a little bit more put together. Games like this can sometimes run that risk of feeling kind of like empty, you know? And I would say, as like maybe a slight critique, that this game doesn't fully avoid that entirely. But I would say on the whole, those kinds of things do help. Does help. So platform up top. Let's be curious. Then get to the second floor. Unfortunately, it's not gonna do it. Yeah, I'm still a little bit shy. I need to like a bit more of a jump to go off of. Maybe it's this guy. Oh, shit. And on you. There we go. Oh, there's a big fella up here. No, he's fancy because he's got like a multicolor kind of deal going on here. You a good guy? I'm just gonna assume you're a good guy. Sockless. Means he's not wearing socks. It'd sort of be like that, sorry. Oh, he's just an old fella. You damn whippersnappers. I was thinking maybe he'd have a side quest for us, but... Maybe if I, like, make a bunch of noise. Oh. Maybe, like, if we do other things, something will come into play. But as it is right now, he's just chilling. Ooh, I'll take one of those. Better view of whatever that fella is, but yeah, nothing really to speak of. Yeah. All right, so the dragon head has been pretty well explored by this point. Ooh, there's an orb. Orb to ponder. Is there another way to go about this? What I could maybe do is do the kind of pogo stick routine. Like latch onto the wall that's kind of closest to me and then use that as extra leverage. Not a lot of like closer things to jump onto. Maybe. Oh, never mind. It's not a thing at all. It's something else. Oh, I thought it was an orb. It's a. Usually these guys are evil, but he's a talkable slime fella. Slimesworth the Third. So I can help a dear old cherubim. Normally these are bad guys. Then he glorps at me. Unrefined cherubim. Oh, I see. So it's like the wild feral lads that are mean. This guy's a nice lad. Eradicate the less desirable ones from the area. I've already killed 12. Exterminate 30. Then he glorp and bubbles at me. Alright, so kill 18 more fellas. Now I have an interest in murdicating the shit out of these guys. Do my darn doodliest. We'll find some of the Wizard's Tower, or around the Wizard's Tower. Which is what I'm assuming this is. It just looks like a Wizard's Tower. Has that vibe. And flowers here. Out of curiosity, is that a thing to pray to? Well, it's a save point. I'll take the save point. Yeah, this has big Wizard Tower energy, no question. Wizard's Guild even has a name. There's a statue of Wizard in front. Virgin to me. Statue of Wizard, you don't say. Cramperty. That's a solid name. May he cast Fireball forever. Well, maybe not like... I mean, yes, sometimes Fireball is great. Other times it can be dangerous. It can get you into trouble. This Thapithro. I got 2 crystals. I got 3, baby. Don't give up, fella. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I'm gonna start climbing that in a moment. I do want to do a quick looky-loo over this way. Amurps. What's the statue supposed to be? It's the sun, right? It's a weird thing to praise. Praising the sun? Who would do that? This is some good, like, JRPG, SNES kind of music. I like it. I'm supposed to, like, reach the top of that this thing. Still a little shy. Yeah, not quite. There's maybe some space up inside there. Up in there, up in there. Yeah, it's like we're just a little bit shy. We would need, ideally, another crystal or just jump from a higher height. Of course, we'll probably have a higher height pretty soon here. I can't help but notice this. A door that could, or like a gate that could eventually be opened. Maybe. If we can be so lucky. Whoa, shit, too fast. Spice for the pepper. The satisfying crystal break noise. Sometimes we're rewarded thusly. Boink. Trying to take this as an opportunity to like kind of look around. We have like opportunities to take in our surroundings. Can I stand on that fella? I was kind of banking on being able to stand on that. In that case, go back to the drawing board on that one. However, the guy said you'd only need 2 crystals. We have 3, of course. Should have more than enough. But this is a good opportunity to maybe kind of sniff around elsewhere. That closed on all sides? No, there's an opening on the other side. What end? What purpose? I see what's going on. Right, and then... Now, of course, I'll investigate the underside in a moment, but I do want to see what's on the top here. We got Shake in the house. What's up, Shake? Thank you for that raid, man. Super nice of you, buddy. We're playing a weird, like, real old school kind of inspired game. You know, I love me some old retro shit. We got to torture Shake with some Mario 64 multiplayer a little while back, so, like, I'm all about that old school... Oh. I also enjoy the jank. I also enjoy some jank, too, and this game's got a bit of that as well. But yeah, this is we're all about that, like, old school PS1 and 64 kind of low poly indie platformer, and it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little game. I'm liking it a lot so far. It's one of those things where you start off with, like, a little bit of movement options in your arsenal, and you gain more and more. You get more crystals. More crystals means more double jumps. So I got a whole bunch of double jumps now. You can also do this cool move where you like stab into the air into a wall. You can use that as like a way to like jump off the wall. Do that a couple times. Every time you do one of those kind of movements, it uses up a crystal charge, which resets when you land. So it's pretty slick. You got some good movement, which is nice. And it's an open world kind of thing, and you can absolutely do some sequence breaks. So it's one of those where, you know, there's probably an expected order for you to do some things, but otherwise the game kind of lets you do whatever. It's pretty slick, and it just came out on Monday, so it's very fresh. Funky fresh, if I may say. If I may say so myself. But it's pretty cool. Apologies, this might be turning the bitrate a little bit into a bit of a mess. Because I know, like, fast with a lot of that one kind of blob of a texture on the grass can look a little bit grody. But it's a cool little game. I'm liking it a lot so far. We got a ground pound. You can pogo off of a ground pound, then try to, like, chain the jumps together. I don't quite have enough to make it up that wall, though. But anyway, so that's what we're playing tonight. Let's see what Shake was up to. Like I said, this is Valkyrie Saga. It's pretty cool. I'm liking it. It's very good. It's very good. Playing The King is Watching. Did I see you were playing, what was it? Roots Devour, is that the game? Because I got an offer for a key for that one, but I was like, I don't know. I'm kind of picky when it comes to, like, deck builder, like, card games. Now, I know, Shake, you did have a really good one you recommended, so I do need to go back and follow up on that one. But yeah, Roots Devour, I think, is the one. I think I saw you launch, and I was like, ooh, Shake's devouring them roots. Rudy Tooty, absolutely. I know The King is Watching. That's one of the ones you've been playing a whole bunch lately. And some Magic the Gathering for good measure, of course, of course. And he says it's good. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm curious about it. I'm curious about it. I think it just came out last night. Like in a weird time zone, like a weird time frame. The things that are weird. I'm still curious about that sun fella. I wonder if I go over here. Oh, the music changed. Is it a bad guy? Are there bad guys nearby? Wonder if this will be enough. I don't think it will. I feel like we descend too quickly. Yeah, even with another, like, couple double jumps. Yeah, we can't make the top of that thing. There's definitely something inside this sunset. As you can see up in there, there's, like, something up there. Something. I know it. I just know it. By the way, Shake, if you have any clips to share, I'd love to see them, bud. Yeah, this looks very, very PS1. Yeah, which I think is very much the point. I think that's what the developers were kind of going for. Let's continue our crawl up this wizard tower because very clearly this is kind of like the intended path for us. Oh, it's tricky getting around this one right here because I don't think we have quite the juice. They seem to make it sound that if you have 2 crystals, you should be able to make it up. And I've got 3 crystals, and yet I can't make that. Maybe what I should be doing is try to jump around to these areas. Like there's stuff up here just to maybe explore. So maybe that's the key. So maybe I should be like checking out these areas. Like circle back around and jump on those little floating platforms. Maybe that's the key. Oh, speaking of floating. Speaking of floating, there we go. There we go. No, I appreciate that, Rayman. Thank you very much. Thank you again for that raid, Shake. And we're going to play this for a little bit longer. And I think we should be able to get over there. Now, it's tricky because we're looking for big crystals. And those crystals look big, but they're not the crystals. They're just a crystal. Totally different. And they should be destructible, but they don't give, like, the cool superpowers like we're wanting. Just break them. We got big jump ability, which is neat. Now, I don't think I can do anything with these things. Climb up them? Yeah, not really. And, like, chain so many of those little stabby kind of pole vault deals together. It is, of course, limited based on the number of crystals you have in your inventory. Speaking of which, woo! Over here, there's a fella, a construct fella. A couple of these guys to break. Now, I don't need any health upgrades, but what I would like is an orb. Oh, that's not an orb. Ow! Bah! Give me some health, please. Didn't give me health. I figured if I asked nicely, he would have to do it. Now, if I was a developer, I would want to put something sneaky back here. Maybe it's for the best. Now, this is not a prayable statue, is it? No, it is not. Ooh, but that one might be. Unless this one is inert. Is it inert? Nope, it is not. It is... Oh, hold on. Right now. Maybe it is inert. I'm getting the prompts to pray, but it don't go. It doesn't go. Behind? I hit it from behind? Nothing? Violence? Is violence the answer? Talk to you first. Maybe there's like something that needs to be done. Oh, his name's... it's backwards. Joyous day. Going up the tower? That is perchance. Now, we all know Mario's cool as fuck. Crushing turts. Perchance. Everywhere. Do me a favor. Old tome... I thought I said old tome squirrel. No, an old tome squirreled away. Bring it to me, please. Then I'll get the shrine to work. You read my goddamn mind. Have that as a secondary objective. Maybe I could get up here. There we go. So there is maybe more up top behind here. We don't necessarily need to. I think that's our next destination, so we can jump across those floating platforms. However, oh, there's a window. It's an open window. How about that? We got Dude What over on YouTube. What's up, bud? So I'm just chilling for a little bit, and I appreciate you popping in, man. We're playing Valkyrie Saga. Really cool little indie game. This game just came out on Monday, so just a couple days ago. It's very good. It's very chill. It's one of those games where it's very clearly inspired, at least, after the, oh, there we go. I got one hit on him. Inspired by, like, old school PS1 platformers. Lots of cool movement options available to you in this game. I'm liking it a lot. It's really sick. It's pretty quaint. Like, the UI looks like it was out of MS Paint. You know, the textures and the graphics aren't much to speak of, but it feels really cool to play. I'm liking it a lot. Got an old wizard hat. I hope there's a robe. I hope I get to put on my robe and wizard hat. Clearly that's going to be for a side quest of some kind. But yeah, you get the usual where, like, you have, like, the attacks. Cool little stabby attack. We get the ground pound, and you can do a pogo off the ground pound. This is my favorite. You jab into the wall. You can like leap out of the jab, but you're limited on how many of those kinds of maneuvers you can do based on the number of crystals on the top. Every time you do a double jump, every time you do an aerial attack, you use a crystal. It resets upon landing, but that's kind of the thing that they use to limit your like how many like cool places you can reach. Like what you can reach and get to is more or less limited based on how many crystals you have. So the more crystals means the more you can like reach, the more heights you can reach. It's pretty slick. Let me guess, you probably need a wizard hat and something else, don't you? Let's get up here. The goddess of servants. What the heck, man? Yeah, if you like old school like PS1 and 64 inspired kinds of games, this one very much scratches that itch. I'm not gonna lie to you, it has a little bit of jank. And I have a couple of nitpicks, but I overall am liking it a lot. And as a person that, I'm sure you can tell, I'm a little bit older, so I've been around for a bit. I grew up playing games like this, so there's a nostalgia that speaks very, very clearly to my soul that I'm all about. Join something or someone called Melcier Aldon. It's a dude. The other constructs thinks we're responsible for the wrongdoings, he said. Should we hitch our wagon to such a fake salvation, he says. Alright, well, thanks for that. I'm just gonna break your shit and be on my merry way. I don't suppose... Oh, it's this statue. Okay. I realized that we were so close to this one. Would like to jump around on that one, because there's so much to explore in this game. It's really, really something. Like, there's so many, like, secrets and platforms that are, you know, kind of far away, so you see them from a distance and you think, fuck, how do I reach that? And sometimes it's obvious, other times not so much. I was saying how, like, I had a very enjoyable childhood filled with, well, I'll just answer. Bomberman 64 is my favorite game ever. It's my favorite game in the whole wide world. Is it the best game ever? No. Is it a great game? Probably not. Is it a good game? I think so. But it's my favorite because I have so much nostalgia for it. And that game did such a good job of, in those earlier levels, it would show you platforms that had like teleports and secrets on them. And you would think to yourself, or I would think to myself, damn, I'm like playing Green Gardens, I'm playing Blue Resort. How do I get to those faraway places that have unknown secrets and treasures? The gold cards, the custom piece. What's that all about? And that sense of mystery was, and that sense of like, man, what's up there? Like it was always something that kind of kept me going. And of course, in that game, you learn the advanced techniques of like bomb ladders and bomb jumping. That's the kind of thing that kind of like allows you to bring the game to the next level and reach those lofty heights. And this game does something similar. You can see areas in the distance. You go, damn, I have no way of reaching that right now, but someday I will. And that's really cool. It's a cool progression that you can see like unfolding before your very eyes. And I love it. It's really awesome. So, is there anything on this statue? Unfortunately not. I was hoping there'd be a little something. There's in fact a nothing. Unless there's like an orb further down that I might have missed. And it's AI limit. That one looks pretty cool. Yeah, I've not played it, but it looks awesome. It says it's solid, 6 or 7 out of 10, so decent. Yeah, no, I've not played it, but if it's the one I think it is, I thought it looked incredible. That's how it goes, though. They can't all be zingers, as they say. Land on this guy's hat. All well and good. Can I inspect it? Same wizard statue we saw earlier, just a bigger version, basically. Well, really, we just need to get over to that fellow over there. I'm not sure what the wizard hat's gonna entail. It's entirely possible that maybe when we find the wizard inside the tower, he's gonna be like, "Oh, well, you see, I'd love to help you, but I've been without my favorite wizard hat, and I'm just useless without it." Or maybe he's gonna be naked. He says, "Oh, well, I need the hat and my robe." We've, of course, found the hat. So if there's more to be found, we'll keep our eyes peeled. Anyway, so with the plan all along, now I'm curious about what's over there, but I think I'm gonna stick with the task at hand here. The plan all along was to ride these platforms. I probably don't need to overdo this. In fact, I think we can already tell there's going to be a big jump thingy on this guy. So use the big jump. Hold it. Burn. Anything else around here? We'll just ride this thing to resume the Wizard's Guild climb. We did take on that side quest to take down 30. On those little the little enemy fellers. Keep our eyes peeled for more of those guys to take down. I'm sure we've seen more than 30, but I've passed up a bunch of them. Ooh, a save point. That's really helpful. Hold it. There we go. What if there's other spells we could learn? They mentioned there's the restore spell, or the recall spell rather. What if there's gonna be more eventually? There. Right. A magazine is on the table. I hope it's Playboy, or this game's version. Robes Monthly. Stars versus Moons. We ask an expert. So it's just some wizard reading material. How to pair robes and hats. Cute. Up. 25. We're halfway to our next unlock, which is exciting. For those curious, we did find earlier, if you go into settings, as you're finding these orbs, you find that there's like extra little bonus things you can unlock as you collect orbs. They're just cosmetic so far, at least, but it turned our spear into a sword, and it turned our character into like the negative version. So instead of being like silver and white and holy, now we're evil and dark and edgy and menacing. I do notice. Woo! Do notice there's an interior down here that has me curious. Oh right, there. One guy was saying he needed a book. Book, an old. He said a crusty old tome. My words, not his. There's a million rows. I'm guessing it'd be something that has like an obvious uppable thing. It's like, oh, is it raised up somewhere? Maybe. No. The game where traversing raised up areas is kind of our whole deal. Probably not just any old book. It's probably something fancy schmancy. Except... there we go. Ooh, yeah, the camera gets a little bit weird sometimes in these close quarters. We just kind of ride this around. One other game this kind of reminds me of a little bit, if not just solely for the presentation, is Chameleon Twist. Is that game, you know, like, so much of this game is focused around mechanics, focused around, like, movement mechanics that this character just kind of innately has. And Chameleon Twist, so much of that game was movement mechanics focused around, like, the kinds of things that Chameleon can do with his tongue. The different, like grab the bad guys and shoot them back at the other dudes, or use your tongue to grab onto poles and swing yourself around, or doing long jumps, or, like, the pole vault maneuver. Like, you have one character, and there's kind of, like, theme of cool moves they can do. Very much like a 90s and 2000s platformer kind of motif. Versus something like Banjo-Kazooie, where you have, like, a whole arsenal of, like, different moves. They're all varied, versus being a little bit more limited in their scope. Super Mario 64. Mario, same thing. Like, Mario has so many freaking moves in that game. And it's great. And it's the better game, no question, compared to something like Bomberman or Chameleon Twist. But I don't know, I kind of appreciate the simplicity of something, yeah, that's a little bit more limited and just themed around what would a character like this be able to do. Oh, you motherfucker. Little boys and fellers. I'm gonna still break all of them. Sometimes those fellows will explode on you. Little exploding fish lads. Right. Another one of these things. Yes, that's 26. Speaking of long jump, that long jump is long. Oh, is that the... Oh, that might be his robe. Oh, it's the tome. Okay, that's the tome for the other side quest. Nice. Is this gonna be the wizard? Or just some regular fella? You look familiar, he says. I've never been here before. Oh, he's a wizard. He's got a staff and everything. Fireball spell, he says. Give active spell while praying. Oh. Is that all it is? Pray. Then spell select. Shoot a homing fireball. Let's see. How do I actually cast the spell? Oh, maybe that's how you select it, and then you cast it. Oh, okay. It's a little... I mean, it's cool. It's a very slow-moving projectile, and there's no explosion, as is often the case with Fireball, but it is a projectile attack. Oh, cool. Thanks for teaching me of the new spell, bud. That's really helpful. Heat seeking. Oh, it homes in on them. Right, right. Cool. That's legit nice. It's legit nice. He didn't seem to want his hat, by the way. Do I like have it in my inventory? Items. Print bit. Old tome wizard hat. Beat up old wizard hat. Oh. Well, that's really cool. Yeah, I mean, a new spell. I mean, I was just saying earlier how I was secretly hoping. Well, the wizard was very chill, and at the top of his tower is going to be, hopefully, what's it called? A crystal for me. For little old me. Is this the starting area? It's one of those where it's all just one big continuous area. The starting area, technically, probably is that way, as the crow flies, the way I'm facing right here, but on the other side of that plateau. I don't know exactly, but I think that plateau, like you see if I move the camera and the loading zone kind of like pivots around and that tower comes into play. I think that tower is what we're ultimately going towards. I think the idea is that we're trying to like get more platforming ability so we can eventually get to that plateau and then start scaling the tower. But it's a pretty large open area and there's a whole bunch of secrets to be found. It's pretty impressive. Lots to do and see. I had to guess there's probably like, well, it wouldn't shock me if there was like a speedrunning community for this game. But if I had to guess, there's probably like an expected path that you're supposed to follow, and I'm more or less following that. But I think my curiosity has definitely gotten the better of me a couple times. For instance, I'm curious about this structure, about the smaller crystals that are on that path. But I should, since we're like getting some progress in this wizard tower, I feel like I should focus on this one for the time being. I think that's that little glint in the distance. I think that is a glide upgrade. We'd have to jump from the top of that platform to be able to reach it. But yeah, we're like really getting up there right now. Oh, is this gonna be something that'll screw me over? Nope, it's nothing. This one's closed. It's got that PS1 like polygon warbling effect. And now, I think I see what might need to happen ultimately. So I think I need to go back down. Or maybe what it'll just come down to is finding a switch to open that door. obviously can't do shit just from here on its own, yeah. My best get. Actually, hold on. This is a bit of a. This isn't one of these, is it? Nah, okay. I thought maybe it was ground poundable. Explore that thing. I guess there's no rush. Might be more of a limited time opportunity. Although I think I can already tell this. Yeah, it's like we don't have enough juice to make it to that guy. If I throw a fireball at it, no dice. Could maybe make it to that platform there, but then I can't make it to that one where there's a very clear upgrade there. So I'm not gonna waste my time. I'd rather go this way, and I hope I might not be able to make that. Explore what we can. Oh, so ground pound won't do it. Regular old attack will. Whoa, shit. Completely whiffed. Use the fireball spell. Oh, wrong button. Did that break it? It does not. I figured it probably wouldn't. Whee! So I think what the plan's gonna have to be, just hope this will work. Not break this if I can help it. Gonna be enough. I don't think it's gonna be enough. Oh, not even close, yeah. Dang, I should have. Well, I've been able to make that? Maybe. Maybe I would have been able to make it. It could be something else. It doesn't go all the way to the ground, I see. Yeah. Oh, shit. It beefed it there. And what I could do is just warp back. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Yep. Made this save earlier. Thank goodness. In fact, yeah, for my concerns of, like, losing it and falling over, it's like, alright, I forgot that we can just do this pretty much anywhere. We'll restore action. I do notice little pink fellows for resetting a connection, like some kind of jump interaction, basically. I can reach those still. Yeah, even from here, I don't know if that's gonna happen, man. It said we only needed 2 crystals to be able to reach the top of the tower. Not a matter of, like, platforming prowess. There's something else that I'm missing. It's probably opening that door. Oh. I feel like there's nothing that gives me hope that I can make that jump. Making it there. Of course, we've explored that area already pretty thoroughly. Like, usually in a case like this, if there's a locked door, the thing to unlock that door is something kind of nearby. It's usually not, like, having to search far and wide necessarily. Now, I do still need to seek out that farm area. Of course, there's a whole bunch of, there's a whole bunch of areas to check out, honestly. Are those crystals in the top left, those are like the number of actions I can do. So every time I take either a double jump or I attack in midair, those, like, any kind of, like, specialized movement, those are the things that are, like, the hard limit on how many of those you can do before you have to rest. And every time we find a new crystal, it expands that capability, which means you can reach greater heights, which is pretty cool. And of course, you also unlock some other cool moves kind of along the way. It's a good system. I like it. I like it. It's simple. It's easy to kind of follow. I'm a fan. What I'm gonna do, though, is I'm going to hop down, but I'm not just gonna like go right to the ground. I'm gonna check that out real quick, because there's I think an upgrade right there. I'm kind of curious to maybe double back for that sun statue. That sun shrine. I have to keep my eyes peeled for a farm, because there's apparently a farm that has a crystal on it as well. Thankfully, there's no fall damage in this game. Not an upgrade, but it is an orb, which is still nice. Then... it'd be something fun up here. In fact, I think I see something indeed. The orb, maybe? No, I think that's actually an upgrade. No, this is something else. It is an upgrade. Okay, I was right the first time. Max run speed. Cool. And I think that means... well, is that like... yeah, this kind of run speed? Because it's not very impressive. Maybe a little bit higher. Maybe a little bit higher. Although it's maybe more the dash speed, which we have got some upgrades for sure. Else that a ways. I couldn't help but notice that one vase sitting all by its lonesome over there. Gotta be something cool, right? They wouldn't just put nothing there. Surely that's something, right? Surely you can't be serious. I am serious, and don't you dare call me Shirley. Right, what's it gonna be? Something cool, maybe? Something really boring? Another orb, I mean, that's cool. That's helpful. One more of those, and we'll have the 30th unlock. 30th orb unlock available to us. Oh, fuck! The wrong thing. Not that it's a huge deal. Yep. Little pink fellas. If you attack those, it does reset a single crystal, so you can use that to kind of chain some platforming shenanigans together, which is neat. Not overly effective or useful right now, but maybe eventually it will be. Yeah. The movement in this game feels pretty chill, especially as I'm kind of getting the hang of it and getting more used to it. Whoops. But there are still moments where where things kind of goof out a little bit. Now, what's this guy got? Was this a secret passage? I've been stuck up here for months, he says. I don't want to jump down. I'm too scared. There's nothing up here. But I love it, though. I mean, at least he's keeping a positive outlook about the whole situation. I'd be so positive about it if it were me. I'm kind of scared of heights, to be honest. Can I break it? Okay, that was too good to be true. Some of the switch probably to open that thing up. Yep. No more faces over yonder. The guys on the ground. There's that platform right there. I don't think even if I jump from there, I'd be able to glide to it. Kind of glide along the ground here for a little bit and talk to a couple folks. These ruins are the best. I love it. A slam trinket. Yep, that's right. I'm curious about that floating platform there. I'm curious. Could maybe just use that kind of cross that like X-shaped thing up there. That might be the key. Probably have what oh, just kind of went through it for a second there. This might be not enough. Actually, we might be able to use the rest of our jumps. Oh, actually, I say that. Yeah, we're gonna come up a little bit short, but only a little bit is the thing. Oh my god, that is a cheese. Oh wow, wowie, that's a cheese. Oh no, I'm stuck. Oh no, I'm stuck. And like the freneticness of that movement to get me unstuck. Oh, I thought I was a genius. I thought I was so cool making a cheese happen, and now I've been punished for my sins. Flying too close to the sun. My wax wings deteriorating before my eyes. Well, it's a good thing we have this restore option. No harm, no foul, obviously, but it's like, come on, bro. I was so excited. I thought I'd cracked the code. The code cracked me. Now I can at least see what if there's anything inside this statue here. It seems like it's got an opening, right? Yeah, I see it. There's something in there. Oh, what? I thought another moment where I thought I was a genius. So it's just see-through, and there's nothing down there, man. I got so excited. I was so convinced there was something cool in there. Maybe from the underside. Hope, man. Oh, heck. I figured like a thing like this is an NPC talking about how cool it is. There's got to be something to this. It's all bubkus. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it, that's okay. Yeah, the statue, right? Yeah. He loves it. Well, I don't like it because it was mean to me and I'm sad. I'm sensitive, you know. An ominous gate-looking apparatus with some figure floating above it, which is ominous and scary. Oh, baby, I see orb number 30. We got full health. It absolutely was a tease. Oh my god, speaking of. We're already full health anyway. Alright, so now... what is secret number 3? With 30 orbs gained, it is the wizard's return. I don't know what that means. Maybe I could go back to the wizard and talk to him? Maybe he'll, like, give us a new spell? Wizard's return. So ominous sounding. I activated it, whatever it is. Very unclear. Here's what's on the top of that gate. There's like a crystal thing floating there. Standing there ominously. Or standing there menacingly, rather. Excuse me. I start my SpongeBob references straight. Oh my god, more cheese. Yeah, more cheese, baby. Normally something I avoid given that I'm becoming more lactose intolerant with age, but still, like an exception for that kind of cheese. Oh, heck. Not every... like, most services can be stab-upon, but not all of them. Oh, maybe it's just for show, actually. I got excited. Are you anything cool? Nah, you're just for show. Well, I'll just stab you a couple times just to feel something. And cool up here. It's not cool at all. Oh, actually, I think this is gonna loop. This is looped just back around to an area we were at earlier in the game. That dash jump is so disorienting, but man, it's very fun to use when you're using it on purpose. Like, it's annoying when you fire it by accident. You launch yourself, but man, it's like fun just kind of going fast like that. It's pretty slick. We've pretty much wrapped back around. This game's very good. This game is very good. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna restore back at the Wizard Tower and see if I can talk to the wizard again. And see what that wizard restore thing could mean. See if, like, he'll give us a new spell or if there's something else. I had to guess it's probably something for later on. I don't know. It's like I don't know what that could be getting at. But I do need to wrap it up pretty soon here. I do have to get up at something resembling a reasonable hour tomorrow morning for work. I do primarily work from home. but I do go in the office 1 day a week, usually on Thursdays. So that is tomorrow, which means I gotta get up at a little bit earlier than usual. Still glad I was able to stream tonight, though. It's been kind of a light week as far as streams go. Glad we were able to stream tonight. Oh, there we go. His hat is back. Now, is that a thing that I did? Alright, so it doesn't give us anything different. Out of curiosity. Okay, yeah, so the hat is there, I guess because maybe I gave him the hat? Oh, fuck that. That's fine. I'll go and I'll reactivate the secret, even though I don't know what it does. I'll check my items. No, I still have the wizard hat. There's some other side quest that involves the wizard hat. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. But I'm gonna go in. We're gonna go ahead and pray. Let us pray together. No, just get. But we're gonna save. Game saved. Very cool little game. Very cool little game. Not the kind of game for everybody. You know, not the kind of thing that everybody would be into, but it's something I'm into for sure. And it's one of those, like, what you see is what you get. You can kind of tell from the distance. This is the kind of thing that is very much for the nostalgia crowd. And also, well, the nostalgia crowd, and also, I would say to an extent, 3D Metroidvanias. It's not what I would call traditional Metroidvania. I guess traditional Metroidvanias are usually 2D anyway. But it's not even traditional 3D Metroidvania. It's like there's things that are locked behind getting certain abilities, but so much of it is locked things and places that are locked behind having a certain number of those jump crystals. So it's a cool mechanic and it's a cool progression system. I'm impressed, and I definitely want to see more of it. So it's very good. I do hope the developer would consider making a few polishings on some of the rougher aspects of a couple of movement things. And of course, we had that one spot we got stuck on, a couple of polygons that are out of place, and a couple of things that, like, where you can see through an area, but it's very clearly an opaque thing that you can stand on fully. So but yeah, other than those minor little nitpicks, I think it's delightful. I think it's very charming. If you're an enjoyer of retro-inspired things, PS1, N64 era platformers, to me, it's a no-brainer. Absolutely. But if you're looking for like I don't know, if you're looking for like a more traditional 3D Metroidvania, I would maybe recommend Pseudo Regalia instead. But yeah, like it's the kind of game where if you look at it and you go, this looks like something I would enjoy, you're pretty much going to enjoy it. If you're looking at it and you're going, those kinds of old janky games are only my thing, you might want to steer clear. But like if this kind of thing speaks to you, it's a slam dunk. It is a slam dunk. How often do I stream? No, I appreciate you asking, dude. I stream most days of the week. This week has been a little bit lighter stream wise. Yesterday was my wife and I's anniversary, and this Sunday is going to be her birthday. So this time of year is always like a very exciting time. We have lots of fun celebrations, and a lot of times you might have heard me say earlier, I do have a regular old day job. So, you know, sometimes, you know, like usually I don't have to work late necessarily, but sometimes like I wrap up with work, maybe it goes a little bit later than I mean to. Still got to eat dinner, still got to take the dog for a walk. Maybe Grace and I have to go run some errands or something. You know, it's just things happen. Sometimes I don't get back to my desk until kind of late. So I would say I stream most days, and when possible, and I tend to bounce around to a lot of different games on a fairly regular basis. For those in the Twitch chat, we do have a fun little command here. ! Socials command brings up my Linktree page. I'll confess, I think the Linktree page is in my channel description, or if not, the individual links should be in my channel description, because what I would like to point out is I do have a Discord server, and that does have my schedule that I post every week. So if nothing else, the Discord server has the schedule I post every week. Sometimes there are deviations, because again, there was a couple streams I had to cancel for this week, Monday and Tuesday in particular, but that does give kind of a rough outline of what to expect for each week. Or if there's any known days I will not be streaming. For instance, again, this Sunday is my wife's birthday. I'm thinking I might be able to stream depending on how late we get back from our festivities, but we'll kind of play that by ear. And of course, next Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday. I couldn't give three shits about the Super Bowl, but it is a good opportunity to hang out with friends and just kind of vibe out and hang out with some homies. So I probably won't stream that day, those kinds of things. And it's worth mentioning, I do multi-stream. Of course, I'm live on YouTube right now, but I also stream to TikTok. I'm live on TikTok right now, as well as Facebook and Trovo. But as you can probably guess based on the hoodie, Twitch is the main one. So if nothing else, if you want to be closest to the stream experience, closest to the source rather, watching along on Twitch is the easiest way to keep up with most other chatters. But it's actually been kind of nice. Had a couple of other YouTube folks pop in, including Dude Watch, which I really appreciate. I'm happy to have people watch anywhere they want. I'm not gonna funnel them any one place. Happy to have you in any capacity.